Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Year in Review 2025 Games Edition. So, in case anyone has not seen this before in previous years, we are going to go through the tier list of all the games, TV shows, and movies we've played. Today, we're doing just the games. We're doing the TV shows and movies on other days this week. Now, we normally would have done this later this week, but just the way that the schedule works this week is we're just going to do it today. Because it's just kind of easier to fit in between today's games. The next 3 days are going to be Star Rail, and then like Friday and Sunday are going to be TV show movie. That's just how
it's just going to get very, very wonky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do?
We're just more or less playing it by ear, and this is how the ear works.
Exactly.
Now, our ordering of things is a little weird this time, because normally we would be doing this in roughly alphabetical order.
Right.
But because Greg is not here, and we want Greg's input on some of the games that are more involved with him,
yes,
we are switching it up so that we're going to take a bit to talk about the games that Greg has not played as much or was not around for stream as much with more first than games that he wasn't. So we will still ask for his input later on.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about the tiers currently?
So the tiers are S tier, which as typical is best game, fantastic, everyone should play it, absolutely loved it, 100% great game. A tier is really good, but there's like a few minor things that hold it back from being perfect, like maybe there was like a couple of bugs, or maybe the game had some other issues. B is, it was a good time, I was like pretty happy with it, it was okay. C is, well, it could have been a bit better, it's like, it's the definition of mid. It's like not great, it's not awful, it's just like okay, it's not the worst thing. D is, man, this game's rough. Like, this game's not awful, but man, it was not very good. F tier is just straight up bad. Like, if a game is F tier, it's just straight up a terrible, terrible game that we're all like, why did we even play this? Like, it's just, man, this is either dated to hell, or it's just not fun, And then did not finish is games that we've tried to play, and we just didn't finish. We don't feel it's fair to rate, like, there's some games that we feel it's not fair to rate as an F tier, because we just didn't finish them. That's,
alternatively, there are some games where we just quite literally have not finished it.
Yes.
For one reason or another.
Yeah, like KHC, we're still in the middle of that, so we haven't technically finished it yet.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say how I feel about it, but it's probably going to end up in the did not finish category for now.
Yes. So, most of the games that will end up in did not finish for whatever reason will likely show up in next year's review.
Yes.
Same as the games that were on last year's review ended up in here, like Ender Magnolia or Echo Point Nova, I believe.
Yeah, because they were in like early access and they only came out fully this year.
Yeah. So this will just be a recurring trend if there are any games that are currently being processed or whatever, or we've only played a demo of, it'll go and did not finish.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's start this off by throwing Kirby Air Riders in S tier.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, this game is great. It's literally everything I've wanted in a Kirby Air Riders sequel.
Well, let's start with Air Ride first. I actually, we can leave Air Riders in S tier. It was obviously going to go in S tier regardless.
Yeah.
But I do actually think that the original Air Riders is A tier. Now, hear me out. I think it's the highest level of A tier. And it's a very strong game overall, but it has the problem of being repetitive. A lot of the issues, or a lot of Kirby Air Ride's problems stem from its lack of competitive options. So, for instance, racing, if you don't play optimally or choose the right cart, you're just screwed. You can't catch up in most situations. Top Ride has that same issue, and that basically leaves City Trial as the only good game mode. because,
Yeah.
well, you have the ability to change your options. You have variety in what your end goal is. You have variety in what you choose. What you usually choose might not always be there. And thus, it's hard for us to say that, or at least for me to say that Air Ride is a S tier game, even though I really like it, because you're basically there for city trial and that's it.
Yeah.
This is
I'd
where,
agree with that.
well, I mean, before I continue, do you have any further thoughts on
No,
Air
I mean,
Ride?
like, there's a reason that every time we always play Air Ride at my house for the last, like, fucking 15 years we've known each other. Like, we always just gravitate to City Trial. It's just because the other game modes are not as well fleshed out. Like, it's clear that in however long they took to develop Air Ride, which is, like, not that long, if I remember right, like, it's clear that City Trial was, like, their main focus. Like, that game, like, you know, by the 2000 standards, is actually, like, kind of a small game. Like, I don't know how much that game was originally at launch. Like, how much was Trivia Air Ride original
Probably
price?
30, 40, same
was-
as full price.
GameCube, let's see. Ah, fucking hate Microsoft. Okay, Google.com. Yeah, how much was like the original price? Yeah, it was yeah, it was probably like, apparently it was probably 50 to 60 bucks according to Gemini, which I can't find like a straight answer. Oh, it was like 50 bucks, yeah. That's as much as I can find. That was standard for GameCube titles, was like 50 bucks. Like, for 50 bucks, I mean, you're getting a decent amount, but you're frankly not getting as much content as like other games. Like with Mario Kart Double Dash, you're getting much more of a game, to be honest. Like you're getting
I think
all of
what's
those
good-
tracks, you're getting like the double characters, the graphics actually look decent enough. Like I think Double Dash you technically get more content out of than Air Riders or Air Ride, even though like Air Ride has more of a like nonsensity to it.
Well, there's the thing too, is that Air Ride also suffers from, or heavily from, lack of single player experience. If you are playing Air Ride, you're going up against the AI, which, you know, is good, but not really challenging.
It's 2003 AI.
Yes, 2003 AI, and it's not that great, even on the highest difficulty.
Yeah.
And it'll give you shit, but it's not gonna encourage you to keep playing like it would if you had friends doing it. So people that are thinking, making decisions, screwing you over. The AI will just kind of do things in your direction and maybe it'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a problem in and of itself.
Hmm.
But because of that, there's not much to do single player wise. Compare that to Double Dash, like you said, you got Grand Prix mode. The AI is actually fairly strong, so even if you're like a moderately good racer and not abusing every trick in the book, you're probably still fighting for first place, I would imagine.
Hmm.
Map design is creative enough that it doesn't feel like this, or like repetitive as fast as Air Ride would, even though I really like the maps they have. And City Trial, for all it's good for, you're not really going to get challenged by the AI to,
No.
you know, win, because the AI won't build optimally.
Yeah,
I
like
can't really
Kirby
say-
Air Ride. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I can't really remember if they built optimally in Air Riders, but I remember losing a couple of rounds when we were doing the team mode to the
Oh
AI.
yeah.
So it's interesting how that works. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I mean I'm just saying like, you know, with just I mean crap, I forgot. I don't know, but like Air Ride like is very much okay, yeah, now I remember. Air Ride's very much like a party game, like the original one. Like if you're just playing it solo, you're just kind of you're really not accomplishing that much other than unlocking all the stuff in the checkboxes. Like, and those are good, but you know, like that isn't exactly the most sustainable thing. Like, it is great to do the checkboxes and get them done, but like after that, like, now what? You're just going up against mid-level AI. You know, unless you're a kid, you're gonna just kind of cakewalk most of the time, unless you get kind of just screwed over by dumb AI RNG. You know?
I mean, like, there in and of itself is another thing too. Like, the AI is not smart enough to take advantage of things. Like, one of the things in Air Riders that happened that we didn't record was that we had a round where 3 Air Ride machines got unveiled, and the AI was the only one that kept control of any of the pieces.
Yep.
And there were 4 of us playing at the time, and we were all just scrambling to be like, what the hell just happened? Why is the AI killing us like this?
Why is the AI actually really good? What happened here?
Yeah, exactly. And you don't see that in Air Ride.
No.
As much as I love the game, and I do love it to like dearly.
Oh yeah.
After seeing Air Riders, I can safely say that Air Ride is inferior in all the right ways. That Sakurai built Air Riders based on the feedback that he probably got from Ride.
Oh yeah.
And it's a comfortable A. I would say like probably top of Ace. But I cannot say it's S rank now that Air Riders exists.
No, now that Air Riders has come out, it's bumped down. But I mean, that's kind of what a sequel is supposed to do. It's supposed to be better than the original game. That's why people more fondly remember like Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 2 over either regular COD 4 or Black Ops 1, you know? Like, it's an evolution that, like, really did a good job.
Yes, I think it would be more problematic if Air Ride was on the same level or even better than Air Riders, because that would mean that the sequel is significantly worse.
Yes.
And I did not want that, so it's good that Air Ride is this low.
Air Riders is a better game than fuck Mario Kart, my god.
Yes, Air Riders, on the other hand, is like... I know that we were kind of like joking that Air Riders is the perfect game. Why isn't Air Riders in the Game Awards? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But it is significantly improved in a lot of regards compared to Air Ride, and some of those regards are not even ways I was expecting.
Like a decent single player.
Yeah, like the single player with the story mode and roguelike elements. Like, it's not a pure roguelite, like, say, Risk of Rain 2, or even Simulated Universe. Like, everything is predetermined in the way you go about the pathing, or at least in each area, but it changes based on your pathing. There are 3 options per path point, which means that you can choose variety, even though you'll probably choose a certain subset because, well, there's not
items.
many. Well, it's not even items, but like end goals. So, you know, if you want to build to take on Gigantes, you want to build to take on the Nordidity, you want to build to take on the boss rush at the end if you're going Truant. Like, it still heavily incentivizes a certain build, unfortunately, but there are options for you to do, and that's really good. That shores up one of Kirby Air Ride's weaknesses of having basically nothing to do in single player. The AI is actually fairly tough on some of the levels, like we're struggling to beat the AI on like a race or 2.
Yeah, it's trying to catch up to Nordidity at the end was like actually kind of tough if you weren't built. Like, if you're not building for top speed, you're just screwed.
Yeah, and even then, like, I've seen people with more top speed than Matt still getting slaughtered by Nordidity somehow.
He must, like, be magnetized then in a certain way.
Yeah, it's very interesting how it is. But more to the point, like, even just the general AI required you to think a little bit more. Like, I'm just reminded of that one stage where we had to use the rocket star because that was the entire gimmick of the stage, and it was so funny.
The spamming A button was great, dude. That was so dumb.
Yeah, like there's so many creative bits about it too. It's not just all, okay, you have the tournament or the city trial thing or the top ride stage or whatever, and that's all you gotta do. It mixes it up. Like, sometimes there's a gourmet race when there's not supposed to be a gourmet race. Sometimes you have a gimmick, then the opponent doesn't. Sometimes you don't have a gimmick and the opponent does. I've seen a very hilarious video of of the road trip wherein there's apparently a board the halberd mission where every AI has a mega laser at the start. So there's like 4 mega lasers trying to shoot you down all at
That's
one
great.
go.
I haven't seen. You gotta show me that video later.
Yeah, I'll try and pull it up, but it's
That's
just
so goofy.
so it's so dumb how much stuff happens in that mode, and it all works together too. Despite how a lot of those things don't really make sense in such a game or like a racing game, it doesn't really make that much sense in the long scheme of things, but it works, and that's really impressive. But that's just for the actual single player mode, too. Something that I really want to stress here is that the game itself has also seen significant improvements that increases its a single player experience just outside of the single player mode. So one of my issues with the original game was the subpar AI that didn't really test you if you were you know, racing at higher capacities, even if you set it at high values. And it was like, okay, well, I can't really test myself against this AI that's shit. Now the AI can and actually will beat your ass into the ground if you don't play your cards right. And that'll screw you up in the long run, because it's like, hey, I'm actually losing here in terms of like city trial and stuff, because the AI actually knows what it's doing. It'll magnet towards air ride pieces. The AI will summon an air ride machine and try and beat you in the face with it. And the AI gets respectable amounts of stats, knows the stadiums. Like, it's wild fighting the AI. But even beyond that, we have Air Ride and Top Ride too, which has the biggest change I think I've seen, which is the drafting mechanic. And like I was saying earlier, with Air Ride, those two modes were basically dead because the instant somebody got an advantage, you couldn't really catch up to them unless they just, like, I don't know, stopped or ran into a wall for whatever reason. But with the drafting mechanic, if you're close enough behind somebody, you can catch up now. That means the top place is competitive regardless of what level or position you're at, because you can keep following up on people, which is really good for the overall state of being able to play that, because now it's like, okay, if I'm in last place, I can maybe catch up with the draft mechanic or the super ability.
Yes, the draft mechanic is such an improvement.
Yeah, like when we used to do air ride races back in the day, I would always win. That was just like it was almost an established fact that since I knew how to drive better in air ride, I would win every race. When we were doing it in offline together, I actually lost a fair amount of races. Which
we actually could beat you, and it was like a celebration of like, I beat the final boss. I beat Daniel.
Well, yeah, but like, seriously,
which was great.
I think the first time it happened, I was genuinely surprised, because I think I came in third at that point, and I was like, wait, hold on, how did I was so far ahead of you guys, how did I lose this battle? And that's good. Like, it shows that there is no safety anymore. Like, you have a chance of losing no matter what, and that turns those game modes more competitive. Like, no longer is it just, oh yeah, I picked the right vehicle and I win. Now it's, oh shit, I actually still need to be able to drive well and keep up momentum and avoid drafters, to the point that, it's the more interesting thing. Couple that with more interesting racetracks and Air Ride and Top Ride, I think are actually decent options now.
Yes.
I actually want to do some races on top of City Trial because of how tight knit they are. Like, it's good doing it like. And then let's not forget the biggest change of Air Riders outside the roadmap or road trip is online mode too. So I know that we don't really do that very much on the channel, unfortunately. But like the ability to play online, play against random people means that you're no longer restricted to just having friends that will play it with.
Until Nintendo inevitably shuts down the servers in like 20 years like they always do.
Well, sure, but by that point somebody will have figured out how to open them back.
That's true. That always happens.
But like
Nintendo,
like it allows people to play against each other without having to be near each other. Sure, it requires the Nintendo internet thingamabob at this point, but like that's still an option that wasn't there before.
It's also significantly cheaper than any other provider except Steam, basically.
Yes, so like it's great for the longevity of the game. It keeps you on your toes because now it's not just like, oh, hey, I'm fighting the same couple of people or the same couple of AI, even if the AI is kicking my ass.
Yep.
Like, it keeps it fresh. And that's really cool. And, like, all three, I guess 4 now, game modes feel like a solid experience whether or not you're alone. Which is very, very good. Like, you can play this game single player, you can play it offline multiplayer, and you can play it online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like, this is like one of the pinnacles of racing games right now, which is hilarious. But
yeah, and like the thing is also like there's no DLC, and Sakurai straight up last week said, yeah, after we do a couple more balance patches, the team is disbanding. Like, they're not doing DLC or anything like that. The game's just like, hey, you bought the cartridge, good job, bye. Like, there's no fucking microtransactions. Like, we all know in Mario Kart there's probably going to be extra tracks. We know that in, like, Sonic has gotten DLC and it's going to get more. But, like, with Air Riders, the game is done. What basically came on the cartridge, plus, like, a software update to, like, enable the modes, that's it. Like, how many times does that happen lately? There's, like, a big multiplayer game put out, and they don't do shit with it. After a while, there's nothing. Like, we're all like, oh, that'd be great, they brought back the extra course of City Trial, the original City Trial. But, like, it's clear by what Sakurai says, unless he does a random drop in, like, a January Direct, that, like, they're done. Like, it's a racing game and an online multiplayer game that isn't a live service. Like, it's insane to me, the fact that it's just not gonna get updates, basically, except for balance patches. Like, unless something catastrophic goes wrong, or, like, they have to probably port it to, like, a Switch 3 in, like, 7-8 years. Like, the game is just done. They put it out, it's $70. You buy it, you're done. Actually, was it even 70 or was it 60? Like, how much is Air Riders?
I think it was 70.
Is it 70? I don't remember how much I paid for this damn thing. Nintendo, I just want to see the price of this game. Yeah, it was 70. Like, that's also $10 cheaper than Mario Kart if you didn't get the Mario Kart World Switch bundle. Like, it's a cheaper game that has arguably better content. Yeah, it's not traditional Mario Kart, but, like, honestly, if I want to play Mario Kart on my Switch, besides unlocking all the crap in World, I just go back to 8, because 8's a better game with more content. Like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still works. It has 96 tracks. It doesn't have the open world garbage. It doesn't have the straightaway garbage. The battle mode is actually a good battle mode instead of just, oh, run around this area of the track that's like kind of open and just whack each other. Like, it's the same problem Mario Kart 8 originally had on the Wii, where it's a shit battle mode. Like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe fixed battle mode. Is it going to get more DLC Mario Kart 8? No. But it got, like, a game's worth of tracks. Are all of them worth playing? No, most of the city courses are crap. But the other courses they brought back are, like, actually really good. So, like, I'd rather just play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe than Mario Kart World, because it's just a bad game. But over both those, I'd rather play Air Riders, because it's a functional game that hasn't been around since 14.
That's,
Like Mario Kart 8, holy shit, that game has survived so long. It was a Wii U game, in case anyone forgets that. It is a Wii U game from 2014 that they ported to Switch, and they added DLC like a decade later. After the initial game already had DLC. Like, it's insane. Meanwhile, Air Riders is a sequel to a game from 2003. When's the last time a game from 2003 got a sequel that didn't suck? You know? Or, like, had some problem. Or, like, oh, this franchise has been dead for a while, let's revive it, and then it's just garbage. No, they did a good job. Zach Wright and his team did a good job. Like, it's a functional game that has little to no bugs, and the bugs it does have are funny. Because it's just like, oh, that's funny, well, they'll fix that. Like, you know, like, it launched and I don't think I've had a, like, I think I had a crash on the beta test, but, like, that's where it's supposed to crash. It's supposed to crash in the beta test, not the actual goddamn video game. So, like, good job. You put out a game that was functional from day one. Yeah, it needed a patch to activate the online modes, but every game gets a day one patch, so who gives a shit? If you didn't do the online, if you didn't do the day one patch, you had no internet, you could still functionally play the game in multiplayer mode. You don't ever need to connect a Switch to the internet to enjoy this game. Like, it's just cool. I bought it. I'm done. So, like, absolute S tier. My God.
well, and it's not even. It doesn't even end there. Too is the wild too. We're just giving it all the praise, but we haven't even talked about like all the customization shit that they
Yeah,
just
you can actually
gave
change
us.
settings. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
like,
game
not
launched
even,
with
like-
options.
Yeah, not even like the options of just accessibility and stuff, which are all very good, by the way. Though I kind of wish there was a way to set a button to quick spin instead of doing the controller stuff, but I digress. That'll just be another button, and God forbid we have 3 buttons. But anyway, like the customization of your driver's license is a nice touch that really didn't need to exist, but you know, it's there. We can do it, and we did it. So people
Yeah.
can make really funny stuff with that.
The car
customization
customization?
options of-
Jesus, people have made genuine art out of the vehicles.
Yeah, so I cannot wait until we go over to Matt's house again, because we're gonna probably spend like 3 hours just customizing our own air ride machines to be how we want it to be. I know for a fact I'm gonna make a custom Transform Star. And if I had access to Matt's game, I'd probably be making custom air ride machines for about a week. That's such a nice feature to just have around. The garage and paddock are also really fun additions. They didn't need to be there, but you can just showcase your stuff and drag other people to say or to look at it too, and it's like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, again, you didn't need to do this, but you did it, and that's great. And then you also got the gummies too.
Yes.
Like, it's such a dumb mechanic, but it works perfectly with what Kirby Air Riders is. It's just fun, and they want it to be fun. So the fun is just, hey, you know this thing that you could use, but you don't really need to? Well, you want to use it? Sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, here you go. Like, it's so great that it didn't need to do this, but it did, and you know, that's the end of it. Or it's like Sakurai and the internet as a whole is memeing about. Like, oh yeah, we didn't need to do this, but we did it anyway because it was fun, and that's just great. Like, you can't ask for a better game experience than that. Just the whole concept of, because we could, we did it. Like, that's something special that I think a lot of the gaming industry is missing at the moment.
Yeah. The game is like, functional video game or microtransaction slop? Like, I mean, look at how the Game Awards ended. It ended with like, yeah, Expedition 33 winning Game of the Year, but before that, they're like, oh, hey, look, it's from the Titanfall and Apex people. A bunch of them left EA to make a new game, and it's another fucking hero shooter. Who the fuck asked for that? I know I didn't ask for that shit. No one did. That's why everyone was disappointed to hell. Meanwhile, Kirby Air Riders comes out as like, hi, I'm a fully functioning video game that doesn't have like really any technical issues and isn't live service slop. Enjoy. Bye.
Yeah,
like, it's great.
It's really wild how all that went. But
Like,
yeah,
how
so,
is this a game in 2025?
Yeah, like this is honestly like no shot. It might be one of the most consumer-friendly games I've seen in a very, very long.
It's the most consumer-friendly game I've seen since fuck Smash Ultimate, I think.
I mean, even that I would say probably not, because
Then
like
what,
Smash
Brawl?
Ultimate had DLCs.
Then what, Brawl, I guess? Probably?
Maybe.
Like, I think honestly that.
It's hard to say. Like Brawl, Mario Kart, Wii, like Wii era stuff, I would say.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, Wii 360.
I go back
Gen
to
7.
like yeah, I'm thinking of like Pokemon White version. Like,
Basically, before Nintendo figured out what the internet was.
more or less.
Because
Like,
boy,
even
Nintendo
back
discovering the
then,
internet
I
has
was,
been a positive and a negative, and it's been mostly in a negative.
Yeah. Like even back then, I remember on my Xbox, I was getting DLC ads for like I think it was no, well, I mean yes, but more so like Final Fantasy 13.
Oh yeah,
I think, and I was just like, possibly get Geometry Wars 2, and I was just like, okay, well, I understand that maybe there are some things that you can't add and require DLC. I didn't really think much of it at the time.
right.
But even then, that 2010 or mid 2010s era, we were getting this crappier user experience for content that wasn't in the game originally. And that just leads us to today, a game that has no microtransactions.
Yeah,
It has been put in front of our plate, and instead of being like, oh, this is just a great game, we're all shocked at the fact that it's a game without microtransactions. And that's just sad to me a bit.
Yeah, like I
Like, it has
game. Like I like Hoyover's game stuff, chat. But you have to admit the monetization model is extremely predatory because it's a gacha game. Like, as much as I like Star Rail, it is a predatory system to make money.
Yeah, we are just like in a very odd state in the gaming industry,
Yeah.
and I hope the success, or at least the assumed success, I believe Air Riders has been a fairly high success,
Yeah.
but I hope the success of Air Riders really slaps people in the face and is like, hey, this is what a game could be. You know, like, stop settling for mediocrity and open your eyes.
Yeah.
Like this,
Yeah.
this is what we want.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out if this game is a success around January, February, when Nintendo does their next earnings for the holiday quarter. Like, we don't know yet because Nintendo hasn't stated how much money they've made. And if this game has sold at least a couple million units, it'll have been a success. Obviously, it's on the Switch too, so its reach is kind of limited. And Mario Kart 8 is I think it's like a 90% attach rate. Or Mario Kart World's a 90% attach rate, which, my god. But, you know, if this game has sold at least a couple mil, like 1 to 2 mil, I think that's a success. And, like, clearly it's gone viral in a way. Like, I've seen a lot of videos on it, even from people who've never played the original. They're like, yo, I didn't play the original back then. Let's see how this is. And they're like, what the hell is this? This is great, but I have no idea what the f is going on. And that's awesome. And then, like, there's people who played the original as a kid. They're like, oh, hey, I remember that. Yeah, let's see how this is. Oh, hey, this is still fun. Yeah, and then there's us who played Kirby Air Riders the past, like, 20 years. Or the original for 20 years.
It's crazy the amount of reach that Air Riders is getting, and it's all fairly positive. I don't think I've seen a single person saying shit about Air Riders.
No, the only people I've seen saying negative shit are people who are just like not into the game, and that is totally valid. Like if they're like, yeah, it's just not for me, but they're like, yeah, it's a well-made game, but it's not for me. I'm like, you know what? That is perfectly valid. You are allowed to not like a game if you've like played it and you're like, it's not for me. That is 100% valid in my eye. You are allowed to not like a game. Like as much as we love the game, there could be people who are like, I don't like this. Whatever, I'm done, and that's fair. But other than that, for people who do like it, the only negative stuff I've seen is like, I don't know, the fact that it's a Switch 2 exclusive. That's it. But what are you gonna do? That's the publisher's call. I'm sure if they wanted to, they could have released it on Switch 1 as well, but they chose to keep it a Switch 2 exclusive, probably to incentivize people to buy the console. Like, honestly, this is why I bought the console. Like, yeah, I played Mario Kart World and unlocked the costumes and stuff, but like, I've barely booted that game up in the last several weeks. Meanwhile, Air Riders, we boot up consistently. I boot it up every day, but I boot it up often enough. But, yeah, I mean, like, that's all I've got to say on both Air Ride games after the last 30 minutes of glazing them.
Yeah,
Now-
if you couldn't tell somehow, we
We really like the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, up next is, this is Genshin Impact version 5.3, Incandescent Ode of Resurrection. So this is the finale to
I
the...
thought we had to do all of Nat.
Did we do all of Natlan? I don't think we did all of Natlan, because...
I feel like we had to, or at least some significant.
We did
part of
5.0, 5.1, and 5.2 last year, and then 5.3 came out like right before. It was like right before we got into Starvale with Emphorius. It was like at the tail end. It's like the beginning of the year.
I see that.
It was January. It literally came out January 1st, 2025. So we played it like this, like literally within like the day of them being like, look at the new Greek and Roman planet, cool, right? And we're like, yeah, and then we're like, oh yeah, Genshin. Like, I think it was, from what I like, to be honest, I don't remember it as well because I just haven't booted Genshin once except to claim the free crap they give with every patch. Like,
Yeah.
but I remember like actually liking the Archon quest. Like, it was a good Archon quest because it actually like felt like it had stakes for once. Of like, oh shit, someone's gonna fucking die. Everyone keeps saying Mabuika's gonna die, and she's a Himiko XP, so you know that makes sense.
Not to spoil anything. Well, I mean, it's been a while, so I assume that somebody's probably seen it by this point. But didn't somebody else die?
Yeah, the what's his face? The Fatui guy. Which
No, not the captain.
Oh right.
Chaska's
sister, yeah. Yeah, she died. I was like, oh, she's gonna be playable, and she has like a unique design for an NPC. And they're like, nope,
Nope.
dead. And I'm like, oh shit. Actual consequences, because it's not just a dumb faceless NPC, it's someone we've actually grown to like and be like, oh hey, I'm your friend. Oh shit, she's dead. Like, they actually had a consequence.
goddamn.
It's like, oh, not okay, a non-faceless NPC died. What the fuck? You know? And she died like right before she could have not died. So it's like, well shit. We can't bring her back. Fuck. Like, we had consequences. And then we also saw the fucking real sky for the first time, which I know Genshin's getting into now with like the Luna stuff, but like I haven't played any of that. I've just seen memes of Yehoda doing stupid shit. But like, I actually cared about like this Archon quest. It was a good Archon quest. I'm curious where it has led to because I haven't played Genshin in months. But no, I think it was a good quest. Like, the problem is I don't remember much of it because it's been almost a year since we played this. That's the problem when you thought of live service game, is it just moves on without you. Like, I could jump back in, but I'd have like a year's worth of crap to play.
I don't even get us started on that. But yeah, I remember it being fairly good. I would say mid-A.
Yeah.
I don't really remember having too many complaints about it. It was very strong in its storytelling. I think there were some parts that I would have liked to have seen more.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a very nice, like, just
Finale to
like,
an
true
Archon quest.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was the first time I felt like actual war. Because, like, yeah, we had Inazuma. But, like, it
That
mostly...
was like a fight.
It was like, oh, yeah, we had a fight. And then A stepped in and was like, yo... I'm the Raiden Shogun. Time for you to fucking
Honestly
die.
speaking, I felt more like I felt like there was more of a war going on when we were fighting Osile than we did when
Yeah.
which is not great.
I mean, that's really Genshin for you, you know? That's 2.0. So what are you gonna do? They didn't. Honestly, Genshin didn't figure out how to do actual story quests until like Sumeru. Like with actually
I
really
think
good
you're
writing.
dropping a couple of frames.
Yeah, I know. I see that.
Well,
But I'm back.
shouldn't
It's fine.
matter too much though.
I'm back.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like I don't think.
Genshin was easily resolved.
Oh, I'm dropping frames again.
What?
Oh, bye bye.
Oh no. What?
Goodbye, internet. Oh,
was
hello,
that?
internet. Hello.
Hello, internet. We'll see if this lasts.
The good thing is
Oh.
I'm not doing too much uploading and downloading except for like basically Twitch and YouTube. That's it. But yeah, I mean that's.
I mean,
what I think,
sure, but that's what's always been.
We'll keep track of it. But yeah, that's 5.3 Incandescent Odor Resurrection. Yes, I'll go 8.
Now 5.7 on the other
The
hand.
space and time for you. Yeah, I googled that 'cause I'm like, what happened to? Oh yeah, right.
The fucking. What do you mean? There's a spaceship.
Yeah, they're just like,
What's going on?
is that where your spaceship is? And we're like, what the fuck is spaceship? What are you talking about? When did this come? When did
like,
this
I feel
happen?
like
What are you
we
talking about with
missed
the
a couple
spaceship?
of-
I've never heard of this before. And I think that confusion, honestly, helped urge the devs to go, oh shit, we should probably add another region to explain this crap. Like, I feel like they got to that point in the story and we're like, oh shit, we need Nodcry. So, like, you know, it benefited the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they obviously made that, like, 3 to 6 months. Like, they came with the idea for that 3 to 6 months beforehand. But then they were like, oh shit. And then they started making Nodcry as a gap between the last region and then Snezhnaya. But yeah, that was funny. And then we also had, in this patch, we also had the Skirk story quest. I double checked. And I think that was pretty good. I liked Skirk's story quest. Because it explains about her and why she's so just like not wanting to deal with it. It's like, oh damn. Yeah, she's been through like a lot of shit.
Hey, you're depressed too.
Yeah, join the club.
Can't be a Hoyoverse character without a depressing backstory.
Yep.
Time sensitive.
Hello? Are we back? Hello? Twitch?
It would appear that we are back on Twitch.
Good. Alright, sorry about that. My internet sucks. I can't even get Starlink at my apartment. I checked. Their app says, lol, you have trees and a building in the way. Yeah. If I ever move out of my apartment to somewhere else, I'm gonna make sure I can get, like, secondary internet or at least fiber. But, yeah, back to what we were saying.
You do need to stream to Discord.
Oh, Discord crashed. Yep. Might be. But yeah, back to what we were saying about the story quest. We had Skirk's yay depression, but we also had, yeah, I think Deirdith, is that how we said her name? Right?
I think that was her name.
I like Deirdith, yeah. No, that's her name. I just don't remember pronouncing. I'm looking at, like, the Star Wiki, Daniel. Because I forgot. But yeah, like, man, that sucked. Like, that hill child turned out to be her. Man. It's like, damn it. I liked her. But, you know,
Yeah.
like, Conria, I guess, apparently, according to, like, all of Tevat's gods, they're like, nope, that place deserves to be wiped off the map. Innocent people? Who cares? Punish them all. Bruh. Hopefully that Hiller Troll doesn't die and we get to see her again. But knowing this game, we're never going to see that in PC ever again.
Well, we'll see.
Hopefully.
But-
Hopefully.
More to the point, though, I do think the storytelling as a whole was a bit weaker during the patch. I won't say that it was significantly weaker, mind you, but it felt not as good as.
I think it is
At
one of
least
the weaker
the-
Danes of-esque quests.
Yeah, like the Dainsleif part was very, and personally,
Yeah.
like I don't think, or as much as I liked Death as a character, I don't think there was a lot that really happened in that quest.
Hmm.
And for the usual lore destroying implications that Dainsleif showing up usually has, I felt like the fact that, we are somehow connected, or at least partially connected to when the catastrophe happened and when our sister, or I guess sibling, had all of their issues or whatever. Like that felt slightly less meaningful than the usual kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know about that one. And the skirt quest, it was good, I think, narratively, but the pacing of it was kind of.
Yeah, that pacing was rough. It was
And it was
rough.
also the combat was on the more boring side, if I recall correctly. Like most of it was, oh yeah, can you whack a bunch of standing targets? Can you dodge bullets being shot at you? Can you do it all at once? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was dull.
not-
That the way the combat was dull.
I'm not super sold on this.
No, like it's somewhat interesting, but it's just bogged down by like writing problems. Like it's clear that somehow, even though that those quests are always important, Hoyo dropped the ball, which is uncharacteristic for Danes of Quest. Like usually the story picks up with a Danes of Quest, and this time it's like, okay, it's just set it for later versus the usual like, well, it's set it for later, but also that was interesting, you know? Like it's not as interesting as the quest one, the one from Sumeru, where we were like, actually like doing everything from the perspective of basically like our sibling, like where we met like someone who was trying to turn the Holotrope back to normal, and then all that shit happened. Like I don't think it was as interesting as that. That was much more interesting. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you give it? I'd give it like a low B or like a mid B.
Yeah, I'd say mid B is about where I would put it too. Like
It was
it is, yes, it is very okay. It was not great, but I wouldn't say that it was
mid.
bad.
It was okay. It wasn't bad or mid. It was just fine, which is what B is. Like as we stated,
but-
C is like, well, not really good. B is, well, it's all right. A is really good, and S is like fantastic. So I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah, that's it for Genshin. We really didn't play much Genshin this year because we went all in on Star Rail, which we'll get to shortly. Because Genshin, frankly, I'm bored as shit running around an open world. I'm just kind of over open world games.
All into my world.
Yep.
But moving forward on that, we have everybody's
Spiritual Affairs Bureau.
Yeah, so
This
in
was a
case
random
anybody is wondering-
surprise that Daniel sprung
Yeah.
upon me for Halloween. I'm like, oh, this game, okay, whatever. What's in this game? What the fuck?
Yeah, in case anybody is confused as to what the hell this game is, Kinky's Spiritual Affairs Bureau, spelled with an I at the end of the first word,
Yes.
is a horror quote-unquote game wherein it very quickly throws away the fact that it's a horror game to turn into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And
Like, you're facing a bunch of ghosts, and you're like, oh, we're gonna exorcise them or have to run away. No, she just pulls out a fucking M4. That was the dumbest and greatest moment of, like, one of the dumbest and greatest moments of this year. That was so funny. And then, like, you're like, okay, now this game's going full stupid. And then, like, the deeper you get into the game, you go, like, oh shit, wait a minute, actually, this is actually a good game. Like, it looks like slop, and it plays a bit like slop, but it's, like, actually really good.
yeah, I was not expecting how deep the story would go, honestly.
Yeah.
And it went pretty deep into itself, so like it
Yeah.
starts off really stupid, like Matt said. And it stays like that for a fair amount of time, but as you keep going on, it starts getting a little more serious about itself. Like, yeah, I know I'm dumb, but I can still be meaningful too.
Yeah.
And it has its fair share of dumb moments. It has its fair share of moments that are actually genuinely sad. It has its fair share of moments of, okay, I am vindicated. And a couple of surprise moments too.
And it's also really funny
it's-
sometimes too.
Yes, and I think it's a very well-rounded game narrative.
Mhm.
Gameplay wise,
Yeah, you actually played it.
Yeah, it's a little on the messier side, admittedly.
Hmm.
I was not the biggest fan of how the game handled. I think that functionally it worked, but it did not work very well. The guns were jiggly for some bizarre reason. The Some of the AI was a little too clump heavy, so you'd get just large bursts of ghosts running at you, and then you couldn't really do anything about it because you're trying to gun them all down in a row, and then suddenly one sneaks up behind you or through the pack, and it's just like, ah, shit. But it's a good game. I do highly recommend anybody that's interested in the game or saw our playthrough and was like, hey, that's kind of cool. I would advise you to pick it up. It's a fun time.
Don't watch the trailers. I'm looking at the trailers now on Steam and it spoils the fuck out of this game. Including some of the
Yeah,
funniest
yeah.
moments. Don't watch the trailer. Don't watch the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Oh my god, they got a
get
collat
the
in the trailer.
get the experience as what's the word? As
Your
originally as possible. If not
Yes.
from yourself, then get a friend to do it and expose them to it without any
Yeah,
context.
and the game's
See
also
what happens.
$10. It costs like nothing. It's like 4 to 5 hours long, and like that's perfect for a $10 game. Like it doesn't overstay its welcome. By the time you're kind of over it, the game's already wrapping up. Like
Yeah.
it's good, and the gameplay like changed from time to time. Like there's a lot of different gameplay sequences than you think. It's not just like, use like and you get different like weapons.
It's not just
from time to time.
gunning, it's not just horror, it's
Yeah.
a fair amount.
Yeah, for like a game that's like that's like kind of built Nah, it's solid. It's a solid game.
Yeah.
What would you say? I'd put it in like
Personally,
honestly,
I would say in
a-
like low A, high B.
I'd put it where would you put it?
I don't know. I'd put it behind 5.3 Genshin, maybe.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
fine with
lower
putting
it
it-
down
Okay.
we...
Yeah, let's put it in A and we'll lower it if we want to. But I think
Okay.
it's definitely a good game. Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy. Jesus Christ.
Well,
Oh,
so
man.
I can't really speak as the one that wasn't playing the game, but
As a
from what I
watching
could
experience, was it
tell-
S tier?
I wouldn't even say that. It was like, it just felt bad to watch. Like there are so many dumb little things that killed you that really shouldn't have killed you. There's a lot of that
You're roboting.
happening
You're
in the
roboting. You're
game.
roboting.
I'm sure.
Nope, can't hear you anymore.
Weird.
DC and connect back.
No.
It's so bad. I'm just gonna do that. Alright. Try again. Hello? Yeah, we're both having internet problems. Chat, isn't it great? This is fun having internet problems. I love having internet problems where I can't even
So
hear
for
you.
the record, my
Oh, there we go.
internet was getting better when you kicked me out.
Oh, well, okay. There's a fly on my
Anyway.
key light. Get off my key light. Get off.
The fly wants revenge for something. I don't know what, but it wants it.
It's a fly I killed in its previous life. It's oh god, I need to shoot it with an M4. It's Kinky Spiritual Ferris Bueller. There's a fly ghost haunting me.
Oh lordy.
But yeah, go
But
back to what you were
anyway,
saying about the watching experience was painful.
Yeah, so it just didn't look fun for me to watch. That like I can very much see or there are times where I'll just make fun of you for something going horribly wrong, right? This is
Yeah.
not one of those times.
Hmm.
The entire experience of Crash just felt like I was watching a
Ugh.
train wreck just continuously happen, and it was hard to tell why the train wreck was happening. In a lot of
Hmm.
cases, it felt like the train wreck was happening because you were doing something. Sometimes it felt like the train wreck was happening because the game said "fuck you." That's why it's happening. Like,
Yeah, that game is rough. Like, it is a remaster of PS1 games, but like, man, what are hitboxes and what is like movement sometimes? I swear to God, like the games are a bit of a mess, and they don't improve year after each other. They're all about the same quality. They're all like pretty rough. And like this is a game from 2017. Like they could have had improvements. It was a PS4 game. And it's not like, oh, they just upraised the graphics, but it's still the same engine. Like they completely redid this. They had the freedom to like fix stuff. And like I don't know if it's like just the way the hitboxes are in this game versus the way they are not in the original Naughty Dog game. But like, man, that was rough sometimes. And then sometimes there were levels that were like really, really hard, and the next level after was like piss easy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why is this random level easier than like a boss? Or like why is this boss easier than the random level? Like what was that?
yeah, I just think
Like
I distinctly
why?
recall a couple of those or like in Crash 3 where I think
Yeah.
the game got easier the longer you played it.
Yeah. It feels
It's
like the
like-
devs kind of just ran out of ideas towards the end of the game.
Like, even beyond the end of the game, just the end of the experience just was messy. The gameplay in and of itself didn't feel particularly good too. Like Crash just went all over the place. I couldn't tell how far you were jumping half the time.
Yeah.
Uh,
The depth perception was such a huge problem on this game. Because like sometimes like, oh, I'll make the jump. I could easily make that jump, and then I just die for no random reason. Like I'm sorry, I jumped like all the way. What do you mean I jumped like 2 pixels short? What do you mean? That's nonsense. Like it's rough. Like I get there's people with nostalgia for those games. I don't. It's like, man, this one's just like a tough time. It's not very good.
yeah, I can't really say that I would recommend. playing a
No.
Crash game.
If you have nostalgia for it from PS1, sure.
Power
Or like
to
maybe
you.
you saw your older sibling play it when you were a kid on like a PS2.
Sorry
back
to you,
compatible.
we're not
Sure.
those people.
Yeah, no, I didn't play it. I think I'm gonna put it honestly. Like I think in like, do I put it in D tier? I think I'm gonna put it in D tier.
Well, I mean, did you have any fun playing it?
I mean, I enjoyed some aspects of it, but also like that game was so fucking frustrating. There were some times where like, in the span of the hour we were playing it, I did like 2 levels, and there were other times where I did like 5 levels. And it's like I spent 45 minutes on one and like 5 minutes on the other one. I'm like, what is this? Why is this not working? Like
Honestly,
the game's
it
just
kind of
inconsistent as hell. That's my
Yeah.
biggest problem with it, is it's inconsistent.
It honestly feels like it should be an F tier game. Then not gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's not like an awful game. Like it's at least playable and it didn't have too many bugs. It's just like, holy shit, hitboxes like don't exist.
Yes.
So like, I'm gonna put
So
it in
then-
D tier because it's rough.
Okay, so then leave it in D tier, and then
I'll drop it to
move
F if we want to, but yeah, that game's rough.
Okay, we're gonna do Column On when Greg gets.
Yeah, Greg said he'll be here within the
let's-
next half hour, so let's do something
Let's
else.
do the next 2 games instead. So,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh god.
Oh man. So we're still going through this one. Like we're still going through it on Twitch on Saturdays, mostly.
Mostly.
But like there are some times where I'm like genuinely having fun with the game. Like this Pirates World is like actually fun. But like holy shit, the like Frozen level and like the San Francisco levels were both like bad. And I'm like, how do you screw these up? Like one, Frozen is like the biggest thing Disney made in the last like 15 years. And then like Big Hero 6, people like Big Hero 6, and like you're not doing the original game, you're doing like a thing of it. But like Toy Story did like it's post the game and it's like actually decent. Like there's a variety of gameplay. It's like sure you go around with the Keyblade, but you also pilot like a toy mech, which is cool. But like KH3 is like inconsistent compared to like KH1 and 2. It's a bit rough. Like I think KH2 is arguably the better game.
So here's the question: what about the other worlds that you didn't mention? So like Arendelle, or not Arendelle? No, not that one. The Tangled World, Monstropolis. Wasn't there another one in that area?
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on, I'm looking up a database. So Olympus.
Oh yeah, Olympus.
Yeah, so here I'm up to Misty Stream. So we did Olympus, Twilight Town, Toy Box, the Kingdom of Corona, Monstropolis, Arendelle, the Caribbean, and San Francisco. We're not done with the Caribbean yet. Olympus, I think, was alright.
So that was all the levels.
Yeah, that's all the levels. Oh, that is? Oh, well, there's other worlds in here too. Like I'm seeing other stuff.
Now, so so this is a bit of a spoiler, but we have a single world.
Oh,
it's all KH from here.
Oh, of course. Okay, well that's it. Sure, why not? But yeah, no, we've done, I guess, all the worlds apparently. But like, I think Olympus I actually kind of liked because it was towards the beginning of the game and it was fun. There was a decent amount of gameplay. Stuff wasn't obscenely stupidly hard for no reason, and it wasn't like broken. It was just like, yep, here's some Keyblade stuff. By the way, run quick, and it's mostly battling, and it's good. You know, I didn't feel underpowered. Twilight Town, I mean, you're just mostly wandering around. I don't think there was any combat in Twilight Town. It's like Twilight Town was like
a little bit, but...
yeah, but not too much. It's only if you go outside of like the town itself. There's some stuff to do, but really, there's not much. Like, I keep wandering into quests, so that's fun. I keep accidentally wandering into quests and activating them, like Ratatouille and fucking Winnie the Pooh. So that's fun to run randomly into quests. The good thing is I can at least ignore those or leave them. Toy Box for Toy Story, I actually like that one because it had a variety of gameplay. Yeah, it's, you know, mostly Keyblade, but then you get to the actual, like, the store, and, like, it's great. There's, like, Keyblade stuff. There's, like, some stealth, more or less, as much as you can in Kingdom Hearts. The mech stuff is fun. The different mechs have different abilities, which is like, oh man, that's actually really cool. Like they did a good job with that. The Kingdom of Corona for, well, that's unfortunate in retrospect. Yeah, Tangled. Like, no, I liked it. You know, it's fun. You get the gist of a bunch of the characters, and it's a fun time. Like, I didn't really have any problems with it. I think. Did I have any? I don't think I had any problems with it. I think it was okay. Like,
I don't remember. Well, I think the boss
was annoying.
But...
yeah, the boss was annoying, but like, you know, that's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. Monstropolis, I kind of like that one. I like Monstropolis, you know. It was just kind of a more like run around and do stuff. Like there weren't really bosses. It was just kind of like do a thing, you know. But it was
just like going from place to place.
Yeah, I like the level variety. Like you go start Monsters Inc. You go to where all the doors are. You go to like a couple of worlds. You go around Monstropolis itself. Like, no, it was neat. It was neat to go around different areas, and it's not just the damn movie, which is cool. Like I like that it's after the movie, so it's kind of unique in that aspect. Bosses I think were fun, but I think it was the boss I was having trouble with, which was okay. Arendelle Frozen, man. That was bad. It seems like they really just wanted to basically animate that scene from animate Let It Go from Frozen, and that was the entire point. They're like, well, let us do that, and then they're like, oh shit, we gotta build a level around that. So that was rough.
Yeah.
And also like very copyright violation, so that was neat. We had to skip like half the cutscenes.
Yeah.
I think we skipped like at least 3/4 of those cutscenes because they were just the characters singing, and the problem is it's the actual voice actors, like from the movie for the most part, and so like it's like, oh yeah, it's not just a sound like where maybe I'll get struck. No, I'm gonna get struck by the straight up Disney for like that.
Thanks, Disney.
Like the fact that you straight up do the full like 5-minute sequence for Let It Go, but animated in the like game. That's just a bit excessive. I think they really built that because they just wanted to do that, Daniel. Like, more than anything. Like, look, I've seen Frozen 1 and Frozen 2. I saw them with my mom during the pandemic. I think they're fine. I don't particularly like them because I'm not a musical guy, and I think Lion King is straight up better. But, like, you know, I think they're okay movies. The first one is better than the second one. The second one's a bit rough. Though maybe on rewatch I would think differently. I have no idea. I haven't seen those movies since they came out. And I don't go to the theaters to watch those movies because I'm not an 8-year-old child. You know, I'm not a little girl. I'm a nearly 30-year-old man. I'm going to watch it on Disney+. I'm not going to be a single dude with no girlfriend going to the movie theater for Frozen. That's just weird. But like, no, I don't like that one. San Francisco. Can I go outside the city or somewhere? Like, it's San Francisco and Tokyo. How do you make a combo of San Francisco and Tokyo boring? Like, it's such an interesting aspect. It's like, oh, okay. You've got a mix of Japanese stuff and American stuff. Like, it could be legitimately cool. Like, I've been to San Francisco. Actual San Francisco with all the crackheads is still more interesting than that game. And the crackheads are, like, a thing you walk away from. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand how they made that area boring. It's just, like, the same, like, 6 blocks. You can't even go to, like, the marina. Like, you can't even go to the water and do water stuff. You're just climbing the fucking same 4 buildings. It's like, okay, why am I just climbing this? Oh, because you needed to save money on assets. Oh, thanks. Like, it's just bad. I think that's the worst level in the game, honestly. And the Caribbean. I'm actually liking the Caribbean, because it's like, you got the pirate ship gameplay, you have the regular Keyblade gameplay against, like, all the random mobs, you have a bit of swimming around in the different environments, and those look different. And, like, I think that is, like, my favorite world, because it's just a variety of gameplay. Like, if I want to, I could just farm that for hours, and I would have no problem doing that. Like, I'd probably get bored after an hour, but, like, during that hour, I'd have fun. Because it's just, oh, I'm doing pirate stuff. And pirate stuff is usually fun in games. If someone screws that up, they've done a really bad job. Ubisoft.
It's impressive how much better anything that's not standard Kingdom Hearts is.
Yeah. Like, doing the pirate stuff is actually great.
Now, I do want to add a couple of things in, too.
Shoot.
As the person, as the one that's grown up more with KH stuff.
Yes.
And, been more part of watching the lore and all that. I gotta say, the lore in,
oh, man.
This game is ass. Like, not beyond the fact that everybody got resurrected because of bullshit time travel, which is a completely different thing that we'll get in. Like, we're reusing a lot of assets just in terms of, like, character design. The characters that are there have basically regressed to their basal character traits. Like, Sora feels less mature than he did in KH2 and in some ways KH1.
Yeah.
Donald is just an asshole to Sora.
Oh my god, he is every time.
Being, like, poking at him. Goofy is Goofy, so I can't really say much.
Goofy's just being himself. That's fine.
Yeah, but he does seem the less intelligent somehow.
Yeah, I feel like they made him dumber than he actually is supposed to be.
Yeah, the organization members are there.
They're around.
Yes.
Hi, I'm a bad guy doing bad guy things. Bye.
Like, it doesn't even feel like that. It feels like there's an exposition at Sora by saying, "Oh yes, look at how much bad I'm doing," and then they fuck off.
Yeah,
like
I am evil, Sora. Are you? Yes, I am. Goodbye.
Yes, believe me, I am the most evil of people. Look at how evil I am by disappearing in front of you, and then they leave, and it's just like, okay, but why did you show up? Why are you here?
Yeah, it's just a mess. This game. It's a bit of a mess.
Like, the fact also is that, and this is something that comes up in a lot of other people's complaints, there have been 0 Final Fantasy characters so far.
Holy shit, I just realized that. My god. Yeah, there's no... What the fuck? Where are they?
Would you like me to say that in advance? Because we probably won't. Okay.
It's okay. But, like, yeah, I did not realize that. Holy shit, I didn't think about that. We haven't seen, like, Cloud or anyone. Like, we've seen nobody.
No. We haven't seen Cloud, Tifa, Sid, Squall, or I guess he goes by Leon in this game.
We've seen, like, nobody.
Aaron. Well, I guess we wouldn't be seeing Sephiroth anyway, because Sephiroth's the end game. But we also haven't seen, like, any cameos, too. So, like, the Final Fantasy X characters, like, Waka, Tidus, and, I guess Selphie is Final Fantasy VIII. We haven't seen the Gullwings, so Yuna, Riku, or the other Riku, and the other one whose name I can't remember. Like, there's no Final Fantasy characters at all, and we're getting fairly far into the game.
Yeah, and this Like, how?
And not only that, too, it's just how irrelevant Kingdom Hearts feels in this. Like, on the one hand, I haven't really expected Kingdom Hearts to be super Kingdom Hearts since Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, Kingdom Hearts 1, everybody felt involved in the story. Like, you got people fucking around with the worlds, and Sora's going around trying to stop them from fucking around with the worlds. And that's what was going on. And if that coincided with the main story, then sure, it coincided with the main story. But otherwise, was mostly just its own thing.
Yeah.
With KH2, we were starting to get more actual Disney stories with the side of Organization 13 members fucking things up. But the Organization 13 members actually did fuck up things in meaningful ways. Like Zaldin was trying to steal Beast Rose. Luxord was messing around with the golden coins and causing Jack to not be able to, or turning Jack back into a zombie again. I guess technically nobody was in Mulan's world, but Riku was running around and thus making it a reason for why we were back in Mulan's world.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no Mulan.
Like, even beyond the fact that there's no Mulan and all that, like, it felt like the other members that were around, and mind you, I don't quite remember everything that happens in KH2, but, like, it felt like things mattered in KH2, that there was a reason why this was a Kingdom Hearts game, and not just Disney game with Kingdom Hearts characters in it.
Yeah.
So far, I haven't felt that at all with the current game. In Hercules World, well, I guess technically nobody actually showed up in Hercules World. Well, no, take that back. I think Zigbart showed up for like 5 minutes and expositioned all over us. And Twilight Town, I think Xemnas and Ansem showed up, expositioned at us, and then left.
Oh, yeah.
Tangled World, Marluxia showed up, expositioned at us, and left. Maybe he did something with the grandma. Maybe he didn't. I don't remember. Toy Story, at least the young Xehanort took Buzz.
Yeah.
So he did the bare minimum of interfering with the world and then fucked off after getting yelled at by Woody.
Yeah, after literally getting, like, shamed by a fucking Woody of all people, which is hilarious.
Yeah, and then Monstropolis, I guess Vanitas showed up, threatened Sora, expositioned on him about Ventus, and then got thrown into a door.
Yep.
We haven't even fought these people yet, mind you. They just expositioned at us.
There's like, I'm here, blah 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 blah, bye.
Yes, and then Arendelle, we barely even talked to Larcene in any way that mattered. And Larcene is just literally trying to feed us wrong information this time.
It's just Twitter.
And San Francisco, I think it was Data or the replica Riku, showed up at the very end to cause a problem.
Yeah.
And then after that, at least Luxord is kind of being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Not a big one, but enough of one.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird. I just don't feel like this is a Kingdom Hearts game. Why is this Kingdom Hearts 3? And mind you, this is the game everybody was waiting for. Or at least I'm pretty sure.
15 years.
15 fucking years for a game that barely feels like it's part of the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
Yeah, meanwhile we see Maleficent and Pete be like, where's the box? I don't know. Alright, bye.
Where's the box?
What's in the box? I don't fuck know. You find the box. Like, there's not, like, chat, for Final Fantasy, there's not even, like, Final Fantasy 15 characters in the game. And Final Fantasy 15 was, like, the most recent one, and they were still doing DLC when it came out.
That's incorrect, because you want to know why? Because they have the Final Fantasy 13 Versus character, which is basically 15.
Oh.
that was our Square Enix representation.
Christ.
It was an ad.
There's more Final Fantasy representation in fucking Smash Ultimate than this game somehow. And this game's made by goddamn Square.
Yeah.
And there's three Final Fantasy like tangential characters there. There's God damn it. There's Cloud, Sephiroth, and Sora, and they're all in there. How? Yeah, no, this game is what would you rate? I mean, like, what would you rate this game? I'm fine with just like I mean, obviously we didn't finish it yet, but like where would you like theoretically put it? I'm gonna put it under like
Well, so like beyond that, I do want to ask, as the person that's playing the game, how does the game feel?
So the game feels okay most of the time, but sometimes like there's a mechanic that I'm like, why the fuck is this here? This doesn't do anything. And like the swimming's a little rough, but like, you know, it's not too bad. It's workable. Like I had to like figure it out for a second, then I'm like, oh yeah, right, this is how it works again. You know? But like for the most part, the game is relatively fluid, though I do think it's funny how I just consistently stay in the air for like ever until I get knocked.
Yeah. See, here's my problem with the game, and you can feel free to contest this if you feel different. But to me, the game just feels, I don't know, floaty.
Is very floaty.
Well, it's not even that. I don't know. I don't quite know what the word for it is, but when I think of Kingdom Hearts, I think of Kingdom Hearts 2 or Kingdom Hearts Combat. I think of Kingdom Hearts 2. That shit, no matter what you say about the game narrative, the gameplay in Kingdom Hearts 2 is snappy.
Yes,
everything
very good.
you is responsive. You are fast. You can combo. You can chain into combos. Not to shit on you, Matt, but the combo game that you did was just like the tip of the iceberg in terms of what you can actually do.
I'm not surprised.
And after playing critical mode myself, I was like, holy shit. The actual stuff that you can do with Sora is wild in that game.
Yeah.
Comparatively, this game kind of just feels like Sora is doing the motions of something really cool, but actually not really doing all that much. Like, he's got big sweeping actions, he's got a lot of animation, he's moving around a lot, but the amount that he's actually doing per action that he's doing doesn't really feel like you're doing that. It feels like you're about the same position each time, or
yeah, I'm like somewhat high up in the air smacking an enemy, and then it gets knocked back, and then I get hit again, and then I go back and hit the enemy. It's the same kind of loop.
Yeah. But also, not only that, it's like giving you the illusion of space. Like with Kingdom Hearts 2, enemies got knocked back, and you were chaining into them because they actually got knocked back, and you had to follow up on them.
Correct.
This game, they're getting knocked back, and you're chasing them because that's just part of the system. Enemies are getting knocked back at basically every point of your combo, not just the end of it. And because of that, Sora's entire combo has him chasing around enemies like he's a goddamn fly. And it just doesn't feel particularly good. On top of that, I've barely seen... Well, I mean, I didn't really see you using magic all that much before, but this time it feels like all the magic's completely useless outside of Cure. Like, you got, what, 5 elemental magics of fire, water, thunder, arrow, and I think there was one more. I am blanking on the last one. Maybe the last one is Cure, I don't quite remember. But all of them do the exact same thing, deal damage. The last game had Reflect, which was, you know, a reflection move that basically sent any projectiles back at the opponent and even nullified a couple of hits around you. And Magnet, which attracted enemies, which we admittedly, yes, didn't use, but they were there as options. And the first game had Arrow, which was basically mandatory if we wanted to live any confrontation.
Yep.
And Gravity, which was kind of derpy, but was still effective damage, but not just straight damage. And then there was Stop too. Like there are other methods of doing things in those two games that aren't just offensive magic, and this game doesn't have that, or at least it doesn't feel like it. It's
Yeah.
just all, can I hit things harder? And then there's also all the command system stuff that chains into, can I hit things harder in a bigger area? Like, you have the Keyblade forms, which are cool, but basically amount to how much bigger of a hitbox can I make everything that I'm doing. You got the attractions, which are how big of a hitbox can I have while doing a lot of damage. You have team attacks, which are how much damage can I do while in a big area, and how often can I chain together a team attack.
Yeah.
And there are links, which are basically useless and
Yep.
aren't really used.
Well, let me see what Barky's
Well, I
barking.
mean,
One
like-
sec. Keep talking.
Yeah, but links are kind of useless to us because we're basically using all of our link or MP on Cure, and links don't do anything that we aren't already doing ourselves. Like, everything just amounts to the same thing as far as I can tell, which is there's enemies on the screen. How much AoE can we do to hit them all at once? And yeah, the stuff is cool. Like, I really like the Keyblade forms. All of them are pretty cool outside of maybe the I think it was the Tangled one. Was a bit dull, personally. Then there was the what's it? The attractions, which all look nice, but because of how frequent they are, don't actually feel like they amount to anything, which is never a thing that you want to be saying about your game, that your game state feels absolutely fucking useless. And then there's the team attacks, which have felt the most useless they've ever felt in a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, it's weird feeling that Donald has less purpose in this game trying to use Flare Force, which is a free move if you can obtain it, than he did in KH2 when it cost a full MP bar. It felt like there was more things to do there than in the current Kingdom Hearts game, or at least more things that were meaningful. Like, summons felt like they had more meaning even if we didn't use them in the playthrough. Form changes were definitely more used than our Keyblade forms. Well, I mean, we're technically using Keyblade forms more regardless, but I digress. Like, form changes felt more fun, or at least looked more fun, and I know for a fact that they felt more fun than using Keyblade forms. And then, like, team attacks felt like they meant something as opposed to just throwing shit at the wall and being like, oh yeah, here's big explosion number 32.
I like
Surely
Big
this-
Explosion number 32.
Yes, but do you like big explosion number 32
Every time.
in exchange for a meaningful big explosion?
No.
That's what I thought. So, like, there's just a lot that happens in KH2 that doesn't really mean much, which is not great. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's just me, or sorry, KH3 is what I meant. But, yeah, I don't, like, just watching the combat of KH3, I don't really like it. I don't know if I would change my mind if I played it, but I don't know. Though I will say the ship combat is really fun.
Yeah. Ship combat's the best part. But, I mean, where would you put it?
I mean, we can say that it's in did not finish, but I don't really think combat-wise we're not going to see anything more. Story-wise, we're going to get a little bit more, but I honestly don't think it'll be that much different. But, yeah. Anyway, Greg, now that you are here, do you have anything you want to add about any of the games that are currently on the list?
Air Riders needs to be higher.
Higher than it already is at S?
Yes. Honestly, I
Uh.
feel like it deserves an Air Riders tier.
Maybe we can put it at Game of the Year tier afterwards. We'll see.
Yeah. Aside from that, I got no input.
Okay, then on to the next one. The next one will be Cobblemon 1.6, or as I like to call it, the year-long project of Mega Showdown or Mega Stone quizzes. So, as the one that designed everything, I should go last. So, what did you two think of it as the two players that were going or experiencing it for the time?
Honestly, for the amount of work that you clearly had to put into it, like you as a one-man team, I was expecting it to be rougher around the edges, but it came out good. It came out fun. There was a lot in it that it was a little ad hoc, especially as circumstances changed, as our amount of time changed, and as you got wise to our antics. But you rolled with the punches, even when we were complete morons. Especially when we were complete morons, so props to you for that. It wasn't perfect, and I think especially in terms of quiz difficulty, like, even if you hadn't mentioned when you were scraping the bottom of the barrel for questions to ask, there were times when I would have been able to tell. But overall, I had a very good time. And there were times that you actually forced me to do vaguely intelligent things instead of Unga Bunga, it ain't that funny. You dragged me kicking and screaming into the furthest outskirts of competence. And for that, you have my undying respect. And spite, but we'll get to that eventually. So I want to put that experience in upper A tier, but I also have to say that there are clear limitations to what you can do as a one-man team. And taking away my partiality toward this as your friend and as somebody who mostly enjoyed this experience with the two of you guys. Like, yes, there were bits that were a little rough around the edges, and I mean, nothing awful, but like, it was, I mean, I got to see the limitations of you being a single person working on this, which I was expecting. I was expecting to see your limits more, honestly. So, like, even the points where it felt a little bit weaker were never lower, like, there's no way it would drag it lower than B. So it's somewhere in A or B for me.
Okay. Now what about you?
Well, I'm still shit at Pokemon, but I learned a lot about how the Pokemon work. I've learned how to slightly build a better team. /
Ask Gemini?
No. That sort of worked, but it really didn't. I've learned how to read Bulbapedia very well. That is one thing I've definitely accomplished, is reading Bulbapedia. But no, your quizzes are good, man. I like the quizzes. It's fun. It's about interesting Pokemon. You clearly put a lot of time and effort into the goddamn redstone. Like, holy shit, Daniel, you spent honestly way too much time on that for just asking us stupid Minecraft questions. I broke that several times. That was fun. For me, not for you. Fuck you, Fly. No, I enjoyed myself, and then the battles were fun. It's like, okay, I have to actually figure out how to do this, sort of. Like, I would die, and I'd be like, alright, let me adjust my team. And then, like, even in the Champion League, I was like, okay, well, I can't adjust my team, but I can at least adjust the order, and maybe I can swap some of the items out. You know, like, I could do that. So that was cool. Like, you did a good job designing that. Catching Pokemon was fun. And even though we're on a Pokemon Cobblemon server, Greg still somehow figured out how to clog the server RAM with chickens. So good job, Greg.
What do you mean somehow? It's not difficult.
I know, but like you immediately went and did that as you usually do.
Yes.
Man, I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. Like it's fun. Like maybe we could do it again in the future with like some other category or something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, there's only so much I can do.
I know. We could go with
Well,
we could get Dennis to do it for Digimon or some shit. But
if we tried to do a Digimon thing, you would be absolutely hosed.
Yeah. Well, that's why I wouldn't participate. I'd watch it.
No, that.
Actually, I just got a really dumb idea.
Oh no.
But,
are you gonna ask me
well, I mean,
questions?
I highly doubt that I'll be able to implement it. But, I guess as the one that was doing the playing of the, or I guess DMing of the whole thing, I will tell you that despite how much work it seems like it took for these two, it was significantly more work for me. You would not believe how long it took to make all the arenas, all the Pokemon League, store or drafting all of the teams together, like making all the quizzes. It was a long bit of work, and a long project. And as Greg said, yes, this was all done by myself over the course of a year. It's a lot, definitely. But I think it was definitely fun.
What would you?
I think it was fun. I think you're dropping it.
Fucking hell.
Well, you might want to check that. But anyway, I think it was a fun project. Like hell, I'm doing it again by myself. But I think it was mostly the Minecraft construction that I can't do by myself.
Well, you're gonna have to rope me in.
Yeah, probably. But I genuinely think that beyond that, I could probably do. Like all the team stuff I can do. I'm already kind of formulating some things. And it's definitely possible to do more projects. I have another project already for Column. But like I said, I want to wait a bit, recover from all the work this one came up with, plan out a couple of test areas and test things first, and then we'll come back. But yeah, honestly, I think it was very fun doing it. There were definitely dumb moments, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. So I would say probably high B, low A for me.
Yeah, I'd put B.
Okay, high B then.
I'd B, yeah. I'd put it higher than Genshin.
Yeah. Fossils and Archaeology Revival. So to reiterate this one, Fossils and Archaeology was an old dinosaur
1.12.
mod that we were playing a while back. And unfortunately, it hadn't received updates for a long time until very recently, where the team had finally finally revamped it enough that they felt comfortable with releasing it. It was mostly just a revitalization of the mobs that were already there with a couple of mobs that weren't. So nothing super big, but overall, it was just like a quality update. Now, mind you, we didn't play this one very long because, well, it's not a new patch. It doesn't add too many things. That's for the later patch that is supposedly coming out eventually.
Hmm.
So we were just kind of sitting on it. But for what you guys remember, what did you think?
I mean, I always like Fossil Archaeology. It's fun. Yeah, it's cool to get dinosaurs, but like without the new stuff, it kind of fell off fast.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fossils and archaeology is like, to me it feels like something that you can tinker with and play around with a lot, but past a certain point it starts feeling, it honestly feels like an extension to normal Minecraft as
It really
opposed
does.
to some of the more involved stuff that, because Daniel does things and sets them up and they're more interactive. They like just having that driving force of a person in here who's got a grand plan and stuff. It's like, I mean, I don't want to disparage fossils and archaeology. It is very impressive work. It is very very interesting, and I really did enjoy, especially the creatures and
Yes.
how much work was put into making them believable animals, but also Minecraft entities.
Hmm.
It's really cool, but it doesn't feel as personal as what we were doing with Cobblemon, and if I didn't have that contrast, I think I would rate our time in fossils and archaeology higher.
Hmm.
But having having the having had the experience of the Cobblemon quizzes and the mega fights and all all the chaos that came with Daniel trying to get us to behave ourselves and do it right. that that pushes fossils and archaeology for me, just by comparison, down to like lower B. Maybe if I'm feeling particularly critical, upper C, but I want to say lower B.
Hmm. Lower B, I think, is fair for me too. Like,
Yeah,
as much as I like fossils and archaeology,
it
it
didn't do
doesn't
much to
really
push it
do.
forward.
Yeah. And I mean, like, that's intentional, right? It's just a port to show that, hey, we're working on stuff, and that's gonna come later down the line. But right now, it was just those couple of mobs. In the future, hopefully, there will be more updates that say, hey, you wanna do more actual, like, new stuff? Well, then here you go. But right now, I don't really see that. And I think it's a little odd, or not odd necessarily, but just what's the word? It's not as good as Greg said. Uh Cobblemon. What do you think, Matt?
No, I like which one? Fossils?
Fossils.
Yeah, I think it's good, but it's not as involved as Pokemon. Like Pokemon is just like, holy shit, they got all this working with like all the mechanics. Obviously, we've added mods on top of Cobblemon, and actually, some of the mods that we were using got integrated natively into Cobblemon in like 1.7. But no, I mean, like they did a. I think it's better than Fossils.
Hmm. I will note that there's also a point to be said that we, or I guess technically in this case, I am rigging this a bit because we have that experience playing
Mm,
Cobblemon, and I decided to do as much work in it as I did.
that is a fair
So I don't
point.
know. Yes, I don't know how fair that is to Fossils and Archaeology that were saying, "Hey, you're getting shit on for being worse at or than all this work one of us did on the side."
To be fair, in the original fossils that we were doing years ago, you did put in a shitload of work to that too.
I
Yeah,
Like
guess.
the difference I
I
think in
also
this is that the reason I think we're rating it lower is just because we've played it before. Like the only thing they did is they brought it to a more modern version of Minecraft.
well, I also want to point out that we are we are rating things with respect to one another.
Yes.
And we're not necessarily rating based on objective quality, but on our experience, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I think the comparison to our Cobblemon experience is a pretty apt one, even even if it's not fair in an objective sense of, well, this thing is definitely better than that
To
thing.
be fair, nothing here is really
Because
objective. It's all
yeah,
opinion based.
who needs objectivity? If you
Yeah.
want objectivity for a bunch of games where the purpose is to enjoy yourself and there's different taste out there and you're gonna have a really hard time. I think objectivity is above our pay grade.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So then leave it as is.
Yeah, I'm fine with
Yeah.
the it. I mean, like the thing is, chat. Like fossils in archaeology last worked on 1.12. Like that's so long ago.
Yeah, but now it's 1.18, but
Now
it's
it's
still
actually it's 1.20 now. I just checked.
well, I don't think the stuff that is current. I think they're working on getting everything ready for 1.20, but the one we did was 1.18.
Yeah, but like the thing that for 1.12, like chat, that was the world card. That was before the update Aquatic. That was before Village and Pillage, Buzzy Bees. That was before the Nether update. Any of the Caves and Cliffs stuff, the Wild Trails and Tales. Like that was before any of this more recent stuff. Like that's pre Nether update and hell pre like Village and Pillage. Those are pretty massive updates when it comes to Minecraft. Like if you want to play something more old school with that, play the 1.12 version because it definitely feels different. And it's both are good options. Like I would recommend both. If you want something a little older, a bit more closer to your nostalgia for Minecraft, do the 1.12 mod. If you want something newer, play the current version, which has like all the benefits. Because like, boy howdy, the swimming in the 1.12 version sucks because it's pre-aquatic update. But yeah, no, I think that's good. Up next, DK Bonanza.
Well, actually, we have Craft.
True. Let's do Craft Mine instead then. Craft Mine.
Craft
So if anyone's not aware of
boy.
Craft Mine, that is Minecraft's April Fool's update they did this year. So instead of going into the mine and crafting stuff out of the stuff you find, you instead crafted the world that you're going into to mine stuff. That will then let you make more world. That will let you then craft more worlds. It is for an April Fool's joke. It is really well thought out, but it does get a bit old after a while. Of like, okay, why is this stupid shit happening?
I don't know. I do occasionally pop into Craft Mine on my own still, and I'll be honest, I play Craft Mine more than regular Minecraft on my own time. It's fun seeing what sort of random shenanigans you can get yourself into, and then seeing if you can get yourself out of it.
Mhm.
Although in my case, the answer is no about 80% of the time.
That sounds right.
So I have a lot of runs that have been cut horribly short by my ability to generate problems I cannot solve.
Yeah, it's hard to say what the underlying issues of everything are.
Like Chad, it's a roguelike.
Like, on the one hand, I feel like a lot of it, or some of it, is due to jank.
Yes.
Fair enough. On other hands, there are times where I feel like it's Matt's fault, or
Yeah.
it's like Matt's fault or Greg's fault, or even my fault that something went wrong faster than it should have, and we're just like dealing with the aftermath of it. Like, it's so weird having all of that, you know? Just like, I don't know. Like, it was funny, but there were also so many ways that shit just went wrong that
Yeah.
it just got grating. Anyways. And
Yeah,
I'm
like, it's
just
fun for like a couple weeks, and after that, you're like, all right, I'm going back to normal Minecraft for the most part, or like at least a different mod. I enjoyed my time with it, but like it is a bit jank. But I mean, then again, it is a joke update for April Fools, so
yeah.
what do you expect?
Honestly,
well thought out,
it is
though.
it is significantly less jank than most April Fool's things.
That is
so-
true. It's also a better April Fool's thing than any game studio usually does.
Yeah,
Like I
will
haven't
say
seen
that
good
it
April
was
Fool's
very-
jokes in like a decade, except for that one, like what Minecraft does.
Yeah, see, I remember the good old April Fool's jokes of War Thunder doing alien invasions
Oh.
and what was it? Or World of Warships having
Space combat.
rubber duck fights
Yeah,
and
rubber
space
ducks?
combat.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh, you remember the torpedo game mode in World of Warships?
Yes.
That was so.
I will find gameplay of that later.
I am
Hey,
the
there.
incompetent destroyer player. Am all for torpedo gameplay.
So, just as a quick rundown for everybody, the World of Warships, I think in what was it? 2022, 2021 had an April Fool's joke where they did the usual space events, but then also added in a third mode where it was just like torpedo wars. So every torpedo went over like 100 knots, and you just had a hyper speed, and everybody was a destroyer. So it was just like, how fast can you dodge all these torpedoes that are flying around? It was
Nice.
It basically, for me, like I tend to run into torpedo range a lot, and I struggle to adequately dodge torpedoes because I process, okay, this is the trajectory, this is what's going to happen, oh wait, it's already too close. This inflicted that same problem on every other player.
Yeah,
So
Nice.
everybody got to know how I feel.
But anyway, back
Yeah,
to the actual
Craft
points.
Mine.
Yeah,
What would you
Craft
guys-
Mine, I think it's good. It is jank, but
It's
I don't
fun
think it.
jank.
I think it's just only more jank than regular Minecraft is, and
Yeah.
a part of it is supposed to be jank. It's a goddamn April Fool's update. Like, you
Yeah.
remember the one where they had the single block?
Oh yeah, you died to the chicken and trying to grab a chicken in the or trying to
No,
grab
I
it. No,
tried-
not
I
a chicken.
died trying to
You were
grab a-
you were
yeah.
grabbing a chicken. You got a gas, and you just immediately sunk into the lava.
Yeah, because the gas decided it didn't want to fly anymore.
Yeah, it was like
But
here
yeah,
you go, and you were like,
there are
ah.
more jank things than
That was a good one.
Minecraft. So I
Yeah,
would say
Minecraft
it's,
legit
like,
does good updates. What would
I'd
you
say
say?
it's middle of B, like
Yeah.
above Genshin even.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay. So, up
Yeah.
next, now actually is DK Bonanza. So, this is the first major Switch 2 game that was not Mario Kart. First single player game. So it's fine. I think the game could have been shorter, honestly, by a couple hours. Like, I don't think it needed some of those worlds. It could have just been fine without them. Like, towards the end of the game, I was like, all right, we're getting to the end. Nope, we're not getting to the end. Crap. Like, so many times I'm like, oh, we're getting to the end. And then the game was like, nope, you got like 5 more levels to go, bud. And it's like, damn
Even
it.
the game itself felt like it was getting tired of itself.
Yeah, it felt like Nintendo kind of ran out of ideas towards the end of the game.
Oh, no,
Like,
it's not even that. Like, the further we got in, the less sub levels we got per area. Like, the first areas had like 2 to 3 levels per area. The latter ones just had the level, and that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the music's really fun though. Like the music's really good. They
The
could with
music
that
is
one.
great, but that doesn't necessarily carry a poor
No.
story or poor gameplay experience. Like combat to me, just as an observer, did not look like it was that fun. Like you
It
were
was okay.
basically just mashing the attack button against most things and maybe a couple of roll cancels. Though
Yeah.
some of the bosses did make you use creative use of your different powers. So
But
I
most of the
was
bosses
like,
were
"Ah."
shit. They were piss easy.
Well, most of them were piss easy, yes. The
There
ones
were a
that
few good
made
ones.
yeah, the
Yeah.
ones that made you think though, I did like.
Yeah.
But the reuse of bosses was also very bad. Especially given that, those were the bosses that were usually the shitty ones too.
Yep.
Like some of the powers didn't really feel like they were super useful after their
No.
initial segments. Like, I don't think we even used Snake beyond the one time
Yeah.
or the 2 times. I think.
You think we legit used Snake like
Mage-
maybe twice?
Yeah, and then Ostrich, I don't really feel like was as useful.
The ostrich is basically
It was
like
cursed though.
it was cursed, but the ostrich honestly was more or less like having the Tanuki tail in Mario. It's like I can float.
But I could jump too.
Yeah, you can jump higher and float. It's like, yep, that's the Tanuki tail basically.
And then like Kong power up. I don't know. I didn't really feel like you were doing more damage, and by the time you got to the end game, you're already breaking everything with your normal fists anyway.
Yeah.
Elephant was very useful.
Yes, elephant was very useful.
And
And a zebra.
Zebra was
yeah,
somewhat. It was
Zebra's
useful.
Zebra, I feel like was relevant because they made it relevant with the.
It's because
stupid
it's
flag.
they're like, oh, you
Yeah,
need
no,
a
it
platforming
was
challenge. Here's a
very
platforming challenge for Zebra, and it's like, okay, well, time to be the Zebra.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I feel like Zebra would fall into the same category as
Yeah.
Ostrich. and
Zebra's useful because they
maybe-
made it useful.
Yeah. But it's just so. I don't know. Power ups feel bad for the most part. Actual gameplay feels mid. Bosses are kind of
Honestly,
mid. Story.
Yeah.
Gameplay didn't look so bad until Matt informed me that what I had been chalking up to skill issues was actually, oh, the game is doing some of these things just
You mean like the auto roll and
automatically.
auto climbing? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the game was
And-
like, oh, you're near a surface. I'll climb that because you probably want to climb it. It's like, no, I don't want to climb that.
Yeah, I had to go back over a
Oh, did you
couple
check?
of hours and recontextualize a lot of I went back and
Excuse me.
checked a lot of what you were doing, and boy, it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, with all that said, though,
I mean, I did
the
enjoy
last
the game, but
but the last 2 to 3 hours.
God, yeah, those were actually good.
Yeah, no, like if the entire game was like that, I would have 100% been on board with that being a Game of the Year nomination.
Yeah, once you got to actually like the like core, effectively, like it's like, oh, okay, no, I get it. Okay, yeah,
Like,
this is
like,
all
that's
good.
good.
Like, and that final boss was
But-
actually really good because it was actually tough.
Yeah, like the
getting to
boss
that,
was tough. Oh, you had to use everything you had at your disposal up until that point. It was challenging. All the combat you had to use to get to this point came in useful. It made you use all your powers, all the mechanics you've been learning, and some new ones even. It brought back or tied together a lot of the plot points that were already going on. Like, it's just a lot of good, and it's a shame that up until then, it doesn't feel good. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very hard to say. In terms of
Honestly, it feels like a high C to me. Well, high C out of a category that hasn't got anything in it yet is also low C, but
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it in C. Like, seeing it not nominated for Game of the Year kind of feels like an obligation to Nintendo more than anything. It's obviously not a conspiracy theory, but, like, you know, what are you gonna do?
it's a conspiracy hypothesis.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't put stock in it, but it feels like they went, well, shit, what did Nintendo put out this year that's eligible? Fuck. you know? I could have gone to anything. There were a lot of games I could have gone to. Like, I feel like there were other games that deserved it more.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Like Kirby Air Riders, but
yeah, but that was ineligible
Well,
because it's
Bonanza-
release date. That'll be there next year.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
like
Bonanza was just there.
yeah, Bonanza. I'm like, okay, this is just here. Like the thing about Bonanza is, I was kind of worried it would win because I was wondering if the critics who do the thing, 'cause it's 90% critic, 10% fan. I was wondering if the critics might accidentally split themselves between like Expedition 33 and like Silk Song, and then DK would win. You know, because if that was always a possibility, it's like whatever is like in third place ends up winning because the other two split themselves. It's like when you split the vote, Greg. You know, the alternate that you didn't want wins. You go like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's.
It's what happens when, like, in class, like, there's, like, 40 people,
it's-
and, like, 15 vote for, like, one, 15 vote for the other, and then, like 25 vote for, like, the other guy.
Yeah, it's the gross side of democracy.
Yeah.
Basically. Like it's numerically uncomfortable just on a philosophical level
Yeah.
that this sort of thing
But,
happens.
you know,
with
at least
frequency
Expedition 33
enough.
won, and that's a game that definitely seems like it's on our list to play next year, chat, in 26. But, like, no, I'm glad that at least it went to a game that actually seemed like it deserved it. And we'll find out soon enough. But, yeah, up next is Ender Magnolia. This is a game that we played the demo of in 2024, and then it released earlier this year in, like, February? It's a Metroidvania.
January. Yes, it is a very good, or from a very good publisher, Binary Haze Interactive, I believe. And the the gameplay is good. It's basically the same thing as Ender Magnolia, except even more refined. It's got good loops in terms of gameplay progression. Grinding is significantly alleviated comparative to the first game. We were able to hit level 100 with barely any extra grinding.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, I got very close to it and basically got the rest of, or no, I didn't even hit level 100 on stream without grinding. And what I needed to do was farm for scraps for just extra stuff. But, like, it was fun. Game was very strong in terms of story, which it did have a story this time. The only thing I would really complain about is that I didn't really feel the atmosphere as strongly as Ender Lilies. Like, Ender Lilies just feels depressive to be.
Yeah.
This time, it didn't quite feel it. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of intentional, given that, you know, they're trying not to be or it's like on the verge of the end of the world rather than being at the end of the world like it usually is. Or
Yeah.
it was in Ender Lilies. So maybe that's it. But I don't know. Like, I think it's very good, but I do not think it's or it doesn't beat out Air Riders. But I think it
No.
is
It's very good.
mid to high S.
No, Ender Magnolia, I saw that. I was like, actually invest in the story, in the gameplay. There was a variety of like tricks you could try. Like you figured out how to break the platforming, Daniel.
Oh
it
yeah,
was really
we cannot
funny.
forget it.
You like absolutely like there were levels that you just straight up were like, I'm going here, and you'd be like, why is the boss hard? And you're like, oh yeah, shit, I skipped like 3 levels where I was gonna probably grind and upgrade my shit, and with a new boss,
Oh
that would
yeah,
probably
yeah,
help me
yeah,
out
right.
here.
Because I skipped to the level that required a power up that we didn't have, but because I understood the mechanics of the game so well, I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm flying now.
Yep. And it worked, but it was really funny. It was very funny.
It worked, much to Daniel's long-term detriment to
Yes.
sanity.
Well, I
The way
mean, it's not like it didn't. I stopped doing things. I just kept going.
Well,
It just
yeah,
kinda, like,
but
it just took a minute to be like, wait, hold on a minute. Am I actually supposed to be here? No.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, shit.
I could hear your sanity slowly ticking down.
Yep. No, like yeah, it was a fun game to watch, and I was really invested in the story, and also like the links to the previous game were actually really good too. Like it exposes more of the world. Like if you haven't played
Yeah,
Ender
it's-
Lilies and Ender Magnolia, chat first play Ender Lilies first, and then play Ender Magnolia, because it is a sequel.
Ender Magnolia. I wanna pause on something that Daniel said about
Shoot.
progression. because this like Ender Lilies feels a little bit, well, it feels a little bit like you're actually navigating a fallen world, and sometimes things will come at you that you're not prepared for, and sometimes things will come at you that you are absolutely ready for. And part of that is like, I mean, it feels realistic because in the real world there's nobody making sure that, okay, there's a problem you're ready to face, so you have access to that now. And then once you get past that is the next problem that's going to be more problematic, but you have experience from the previous one, so you're ready for that one now.
Right.
And that was good for immersion, but from a gameplay standpoint, it felt a little bit scattered. Like the difficulty curve didn't feel like it was scaling to your growth in skill or your growth in options and stats. Ender
Yeah.
Magnolia put a big focus on a logical progression. So
Mhm.
as long as Daniel wasn't sequence breaking things,
Yeah.
it made a lot of sense as
Agreed.
a gameplay experience to give you the tools you need to continue and still keep up the difficulty, but make you constantly feel like you're getting somewhere.
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much that was missing from Ender Lilies until
Hmm.
Ender Magnolia happened.
Yeah, and if anyone's curious about the review score, Nintendo Life gave it a 9 out of 10, where they said it was, like, the summary was, robust character building, ample worlds for exploration, combat's the perfect mixture of challenge and fairness, and it had extra visuals and performance. And they're like, angsty aesthetics can feel a bit overbearing at times, and not a ton of gameplay innovation, which, like, I guess that's fair, but I don't know, I like the aesthetic a lot.
I think it's also a fair point to say that for what is improved, they improved exactly where it needed to be. Similarly
Absolutely.
to how we were saying for Kirby Air Riders, it does exactly what it needed to do to be better. Ender Magnolia feels exactly the same way, wherein, like, this power system in Ender Lilies was a bit scattered, and there are things that were definitely stronger versus others. Now it's more condensed with only the 10 units, each unit having 3 options. Each option feels like you can find a use case for it, at least, even if it's not something like you are primarily using. There's at least some value to all of them. The movement is even more fluid, and you get access to more important movement options sooner. Like, everything feels really good. Oh, and let's not forget the shielding. Shielding is so much better.
Oh, yeah, you were like,
Magnolia
oh, it's
compared-
actually usable.
Yeah, no, it's actively not detrimental like in Ender Lilies.
In Ender Lilies, shielding is actually, it's a negative thing. It actually actively hurts you to shield.
Yeah, but now with Ender Magnolia, you could
It's
literally
broken.
kill an enemy with only shielding. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's broken.
It's,
And then it's so
not,
funny.
I wouldn't say it's broken per se, but it is incredibly viable
Yes.
to
Yeah,
an
great.
entertaining extent.
Greg was there when I was doing it offline, but
Oh, really?
I have gone to like 3 bosses with only shield damage.
It's glorious. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, it was the freaking rolling spider or trash spider one was definitely interesting like
Dear
that.
God.
But anyway, yes, very good game, Ender Magnolia.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
And
Probably
Famitsu gave it a
recommend you try
33,
to-
which is fucking fantastic. A 33 out of 40 from Famitsu is really, really good. It's tough to get a good rating from Famitsu. And that's a solid
Yeah.
B from them.
But I do recommend that you play Ender Lilies first, even if it's a bit
Yes.
harder to try and do. But I do think that if you've liked Ender Lilies and even just like roguelikes in general, I would grab this one. I don't
Absolutely,
know how
yeah.
it compares to Hollow Knight yet, because still haven't played Hollow Knight. We'll do that eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do like Ender Lilies, and
Yeah, no, they do good stuff.
It's good.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
another
Now,
indie. Go ahead.
Speaking of games where you get mobility options early,
Boy, Echo Point Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, chat, we made the joke a lot about Echo Point Nova, but it really is just COD. It's Black Ops 6 and 7's Omni movement, but, like, one, well thought out, and B, on even more cracked than in actual, like, Black Ops and Warzone. Like, it's insane. Like, the movement options, the gunplay, it's fucking great. And, like, yeah, there's a story, but, like, genuinely, who cares?
Who cares? We're just here to shoot shit.
Yeah, we're just here to be like,
We
all
are-
right, it's a
we are
cheap indie
here-
game that you can play co-op with your buddies. You go around the world, you hit stuff, and it's gonna be a fun time. Like, it's just a
we
fun
are here.
co-op shooter.
We are just here to enjoy one another's company and cause problems for everything else.
And Greg's gonna get lost.
Every time.
Yes. But yeah,
In fact, I'm still
I
lost.
really like Echo Point Nova.
Oh yeah,
Like, even base game is such a treat. I would put it in S, honestly, like maybe below Ender Magnolia, but that's not an insult to Echo Point.
yeah.
If you like satisfying gunplay with like mouse and keyboard or even controller, I think you're using right now.
And it's pretty much purely PvE.
Yeah.
Unless you also turn on PvP, in which case then you can kill your friends.
yeah,
But like for the most part, it is just you being like, cool, enemies. All right, I'm gonna kill them. Like there's no
yeah.
multiplayer. There's no like competitive crap. It's just a single player game, which is great. And the
Like, it's
game is like
completely
what, $20?
doable.
How much is the
Yeah,
Point
$20
Nova?
and on sale. But yeah, like as Matt said, perfectly fine single player. It has multiplayer, but it is not required in the slightest.
Yeah, Echo Point Nova chat is $25, but it's been as cheap as $15. So like if you have some friends, like you get 4 copies when it's on sale, and that's $60. That's still less than like Air Riders. And it's a fun shooter, and like the game like runs well on pretty much anything. Like you don't need a modern, like you need a somewhat modern-ish PC, but you don't need like top of the line where your frame's just gonna go to die. Like I was getting a consistent frame rate for the most part. Greg, your computer's fucked because it's your computer.
Well, no, I got it to run at more than 10 frames per second with ray tracing on an old laptop.
Yeah. Like so if you don't run ray tracing on an old laptop, you're gonna get a solid like 30 to 60 FPS. Like it actually is like really well optimized. It's really good. Plus, like everywhere you go, there's like either story stuff or there's like cool dev notes where the dev is like, "Oh, hey, I did this." Like after you beat the game, it's really cool.
The dev notes are for Echo Point.
Yeah, but no, like the story beats are like fun enough, and like there's challenges. Like you beat the enemies, you shoot them all in the area, and then it's like, all right, cool. Here's like a challenge of like, oh, it's pistols only, or oh, you have to run into all the enemies, or you have to do this or,
Or
that.
oh shit, you have one hit.
Yeah, or like, oh, you're one hit. Like, yeah, the enemies are one hit, but so are you. But yeah, like, no, this game is really good. If you want like just a fun shooter to play with FPS, it's great. Hi, Kuvia. How's it going? Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome.
Anyway, moving on to the next one, Under the Clouds, is the free update for Echo Point Nova. So
Yes.
again, free. You
Free
can
DLC.
play it now if you get Echo Point Nova.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to spend anything for it. It just adds a couple of items. I think it adds a melee weapon and just a
Or-
new world. But what do you guys think of that?
I
think
like
it's a little. Or
Mhm.
sorry, go on.
No, I think it's good. I'm not sure if I enjoy it as. I think it's just below the original. Like it's really good, but like I kind of like the more like air, like the map kind ofness of Echo Point Nova OG, more so.
I like the constant risk of falling and being
Yeah.
unable to recover.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like it's on like Echo Point Nova Under the Clouds is a ground level. And yeah, Quivia, we're doing all right. We're all doing good. We're just reviewing the games that we've played this year. So these are all the games we've played this year.
Hmm.
And there's also
But
Star
yeah,
Rail.
I think that it was good. It's not as good as the original. It didn't really add as much, but again, it's a free update. Can't
Yes.
about that. I think it's a good groundwork patch. If they add more based on this patch, then I can see it going places. But for right now, it was okay.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
had
most-
some cool mechanics, like underwater was interesting, new enemies, more difficulty. It's
Yeah.
good.
Most of what I liked is just that they like the challenges presented to us still had variety, even
Yeah.
though we were being being given a whole new region, yes, but a lot of this region, like there was a lot of overlap in the kinds of terrain, kinds of enemies to what we'd experience. The encounters still continued to feel pretty fresh.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's good.
it was impressive in that regard, but also a lot of the content did feel like I could still relate it back to the earlier gameplay. So it was, even though it was different, it also sometimes felt like more of the same, except without the constant risk of plummeting infinitely.
Yes.
Hmm.
I appreciated the mines, though. The mines were good.
Yeah. Craft Mine Quivia was Minecraft's April Fool's update from earlier this year. It's very goofy, but it's very fun.
Hmm.
So where
But
would
yeah,
you...
so right behind Echo Point Nova.
Yeah. It's pretty much just as good.
Okay.
It's
So
Oh god, now it's Putt Putt.
I need to step away, but you guys can start the review for Putt Putt.
Alright, we'll see you in a sec.
Oh, heck.
Oh god. Yeah, so the reason they made me play Putt Putt Saves the Zoo is I'm absolutely shit at puzzles. I'm really bad at them. Like, I either don't pay attention, or I'm like, I'm gonna do this thing. Like, they got inspired for me to play it by some of the puzzles in Star Rail, which, everyone was like, Greg, you were like, I want to die every time I did a puzzle, pretty much, right? Like, except for a few times.
I started out trying to be supportive.
And then you gave up.
eventually reached
You
the
quickly
point
gave
where I
up.
physically couldn't.
By Daniel, mute if we still hear you.
No, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So they were like, all right. So you're bad at puzzles here. How about you play this puzzle game for 4-year-olds from like the late '90s, early 2000s? And so I played it because I've never played a putt putt game before. Because when I had a PC back in the day, I didn't really have games. Like I had it was like a World Series. Yeah, we've tried a lot of games. Yeah, we played a lot of games this year. Yeah, so like putt putt, I tried it because we were like, okay, play this game for children, see how you do with these puzzles. And like the funny thing is, I was actually like not minding it. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of neat. You know, it's fun. I could see why kids back in the day would really enjoy this. You know, it's fun, it's simple, it's kind of colorful and goofy. It's a car going around a zoo and just solving problems. It's like whatever. Yeah, we're rating these games. Yeah, so we're rating the games. So S tier is like great game, best of the year, fantastic. A is like just a step low. It's really good, but there's like one or two things holding it back. Best one so far this year is Kirby Air Rider. So left to right is this is the best, this is the least of the specific category, and then this is just... So B tier is like, it's alright, it's good, it's not great. C is, well, it had a lot of problems, but it was okay. D is straight up like not really good. F is just trash. And did not finish as games that we're either still working on, or they're like demos that we played where the games come out later, like early next year. But so far, Kirby Air Riders is at the top of our list. But yeah, these are all the games we played. There's a lot of them, and mostly we also played Star Rail. So there's like half of the like this
patches.
through this are Star Rail. There's no Greg. There's 8 patches because there's 3.0 to 3.7. There are 8 versions of Star Rail.
It's a bunch.
Yeah, we played a lot of Star Rail this year, and there's a new update tomorrow.
Yay.
But yeah, Putt Putt. No, I mean I enjoyed it. Greg, did you cringe at all when I was trying to do any of the puzzles for a 4-year-old or no?
I did quite a lot, but I was carried... Look, I was carried through by a combination of nostalgia for this game
Oh, did you play it?
and being able to feel smugly superior because I remembered a lot of my solutions from the first time I played this game as a small bean.
This. So basically, you're like, wow, Matt is worse at this game than I was when I was like 5.
Well, to be fair, when I first played this game, I was my brain was objectively more functional at certain kinds of problem solving than it is now. So honestly, if I were to try this game fresh now, I would also lose out to like 5-year-old me.
Nice. But Daniel, what do you think? I enjoyed my time with this. I think it was fun.
I think it was funny. As a game, I think Putt Putt is very much on the okay spectrum.
Yeah, I mean it's a game for
side of
4-year-olds.
things, like it's good. I don't think there's a lot to it, but hey, it's there. I would say like C somewhere. I don't know
Yeah.
where exactly.
I'd say, actually that is a tough. Yeah, like we are currently outside of its target demographic.
Yeah,
Just
we're
like-
all gonna be 30 in the next like few months.
Yeah, so
So like, yeah,
So,
not our it's not really for our demographic. Our demographic should be playing like Souls games, not Putt Putt Saves the Zoo. And yeah, Quivia, these are all games that we streamed this year on my Twitch account that you're currently viewing. So yeah, these are all the games that we
Yes.
streamed this year.
You
Pretty
can
much.
check out Matt's YouTube of the same name.
Yeah, if you want to watch
Talking
VODs of me
volleyball.
playing the games, my YouTube channel is also good for that. That's where all
or
my
watch
VODs
the VODs
live.
of playing other games, because there are VODs that are older than this year.
That is true. There are VODs that are older, like for like
Armored
Spider-Man. We
Core.
played that. Yeah, we played a lot of Armored Core 6 in the last 2-3 years, including some mods, including a multiplayer mod, which that was goofy and fun. That was the
But
most
anyway,
fun.
back to
You've been streaming for a year. Well, we've been streaming since like what, 2019, 2020? Like for a long while now. Like we've been streaming since like honestly even pre-pandemic. Hell, I've been uploading videos to YouTube since like 09, but like I privated most of those because I'm like, yeah, I don't think people need to see me when I was like 13 uploading videos with like
Cringe,
a
cringe,
squeaker
cringe,
voice.
cringe. Oh,
Yeah, no, they're cringy as hell. I privated those. I didn't delete them. I just privated them because like no thanks. Like I'm good. But yeah, no, I've been playing
yeah.
games for like forever. But yeah. Up next, Daniel, was it you that played Sunshine?
Yes, it was me that played Sunshine, and oh god, that was a disaster.
Yeah, you're not good at
So-
Mario games.
Well, so I will admit to goofing off a lot during some of those.
True.
Like, I very much was not taking it as seriously as I could have.
Did-
But there are some things that I genuinely did not like about the gameplay. Aiming was one of them. Some of the RNG on the water sprays was another. Some of those things are also actually just difficult as hell. But overall, I think that Sunshine is a very good game. Like, it was fun. It had dumb moments, but the dumb moments were mostly on my side. Like, I don't know. I would call it a high B experience, maybe below Cobblemon. I don't think it was A though. Like, I didn't like it much.
That's
Like, it's
fair.
good, but it's not that.
I mean, there's a reason that Sunshine is the black sheep of the 3D Mario games. Like, there are people who are like absolute experts at it, and there's people that are like, I mean, it's fine.
I'll be honest. Based on just my viewing experience, I would have put it under Craftmine.
Yeah, I'd put
I
it
mean,
under
I-
mine too.
That's fair. Okay.
But this is also me, the guy who's saying, "Hey, I play Craftmine more than base Minecraft."
I'll leave it to you guys.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that here then. So, let's see. Up next is Mario Galaxy 2. Do I have offers from artists? Not really. Not at this point. I don't think I'm big enough that it warrants that, but I appreciate the offer, Quivia. I appreciate that. But up next is Super Mario Galaxy 2. So, we're playing the Switch version. I played this game back in 2010. It was my 2010 Game of the Year when I was like 14. God. Like, this came out after 8th grade, like the summer after 8th grade. Like, it was literally, my parents gave it to me as they like, hey, you graduated 8th grade, here's your video game. Like, I remember unboxing it at Il Fornio. If you guys remember that. If you guys know of that place. Greg, do you know that place?
Could you repeat?
Il Fornio, like the Italian one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some emotes, I'm okay for now. Well, maybe eventually. I appreciate it. But, Yeah, Galaxy 2. We're still playing it, but like we did beat Bowser. I do appreciate. I still love this game. This game's good. There's some levels that I'm like, it's not perfect, but like, no, I love Galaxy 2. Do I love it as much as the original? No.
No.
Like, what do you guys think so far after seeing it? And we did play Galaxy several years ago.
I do agree that I think that the original Galaxy is a better game. I think it has some interesting ideas, but most of them didn't pan out. Bosses are significantly worse than. Well, I don't even want to say significantly, but just.
Well, they're noticeably worse.
Yes, noticeably worse. Bowser, especially, just feels like, why are you here? It's just.
He was paid to show up.
Yeah. It feels like Bowser's here more of obligation than anything else. But I still like it a lot. I still like Galaxy. And Galaxy 2. I still like Galaxy 2. The story is not as good as...
It's not a bad game.
Yeah, the story's not as good as Galaxy 1, but that's because Koizumi kind of snuck it into Galaxy 1. And lo and behold, now we're getting a movie out of it, so suck it, Miyamoto. And then also suck it because I have the physical copy of the book. I have the storybook.
But anyway, where have we put Galaxy 2? Like, I don't think it's a bad game, but it's just uninteresting.
It's a fun Mario game, but like it's very derivative of the original. Like, there's a reason that Nintendo typically doesn't do like direct sequels to their games. It is cool. There are a lot of good mechanics in it, but it is very much like, yep, it's more Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, it's now if it had kept up the storytelling that the original had done, I'd be quite charitable to it. I'd be willing to forgive a little bit of slippage on the bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that apparently storytelling was in the crosshairs is
maybe I was like, what? You put a story in my game? No.
Yeah, it annoys me.
It's probably one of those weird producer things, like how Ash was never supposed to win a Pokemon League.
Yeah.
And they were literally rigging it so that he lost.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's Miyamoto, because Miyamoto's like, oh, stories don't belong in games, and then you have fucking Kojima being like, here's a 30-minute cutscene. Like, just straight up a 30-minute cutscene. That's a thing, by the way, in one of the games. Like, the characters are straight up standing there talking to each other, having a conversation, like, and doing a bunch of shit. Which I love it. And there's also like a 5-minute climbing sequence. And it's only a 5-minute climbing sequence because that's how long it took to load on the PS2 because it's the loading zone.
I wanna put Kojima and Miyamoto just like
in a room.
I wanna make them live in the same flat for a year. And just see what happens.
That would be so funny. God, the amount of... I mean, like, to be fair, I think they probably already know of each other, Greg. I'm sure they've had lunch together because they're two prolific game designers. Especially after Kojima got fucked over by Konami, I'm sure, like, Miyamoto probably reached out and said, hey, man, that sucks. You know, because, like, the thing about Miyamoto is he sometimes is dumb with his shtick, but at least he does usually respect other creatives with their choices, you know? It's just, god damn it, why did it happen to Galaxy 2? You could have had another, like, really solid story, even if it was more hidden.
The best thing about Galaxy to me is the story.
Yeah. I love the gameplay, but like, damn that storybook, dude. There's a reason that people love Rosalina.
For Galaxy 2 to have the Galaxy title, you come in expecting more of the same and you just don't get it. And that letdown to me is enough to very heavily skew my rating downward. I don't know how heavily exactly, but I feel like putting it under Sunshine.
I think that's a fair point. Like, it's a good game, but it's just not Galaxy, and therefore not as good.
Yeah, so where would you guys put it? I'd put it definitely, like, B tier. I'll put it above...
Like Greg said, below Sunshine. Like, for as dumb as Sunshine was,
Sunshine also
it was
has
at least
a story.
its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was its own thing. It felt complete in and of itself. This one, actually, thinking about it, yes, the story is also where I have a big issue. Like, at least with Galaxy, you were getting all these power stars to recharge, the observatory so that you could go to the beach. Now
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
feels like we're taking the long route just because.
Yeah. I love Galaxy 2, but like it is a downgrade from the original in many respects. I do love like some of the creative choices they made. Like they're actually good. But like in gameplay, but like the story, man.
Okay, next.
The original Half-Life, fucking F.
Oh.
Absolute F. That game is so fucking dated. Oh my god. It's so rough to play, and like the map design is absolutely horrible. Like it's a mess. Like I get that it's innovative because it was like, wow, shooters can have stories, and I'm like, yeah, and they can also be well-designed fucking video games. Like
They could be Echo Point Nova, where
Jesus.
you barely have a floor and you can still navigate.
yeah, like I could actually navigate around Echo Point Nova, and then in Half-Life, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm going because like all these rooms are the goddamn same hallway. It's the same problem I have with like the original Halo. It's in some of the areas of Halo with like the library. It's the library, but an entire fucking game.
No, hold on. It's even worse than that because at least Halo made you just go in one direction for the most part.
Yeah.
This one made you backtrack.
It was so much
It was just like,
backtracking.
what do you mean? Where am I?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I went left here. Now where the fuck do I go? Oh, I guess I go down. Nope, down is the wrong way. There's turrets
You
down there.
haven't
You have to.
developed an intuitive
Ah.
sense of direction in this game yet? Well, good news, you got another chance.
Yeah, like Jesus. Like there's a reason that at the end of the day I was like, you know what? I'm also done. And I'm also just gonna just do cheats because fuck this. Yeah, so Half-Life sucked.
With cheats, if I remember.
Yeah, even with
correctly.
cheats, I was like, I don't know where I'm going. So now it's, I get that it's innovative and like it made Valve a thing, and thank God for that because it made Steam exist. But like, fuck the original Half-Life, it's so bad. It is just dated. Half-Life 2, I actually liked Half-Life 2. I actually had fun with it because it's just Gmod. like it's like the same engine as Gmod, and I've played Gmod for like 20 years, for 15 years. It's like I get how Half-Life worked. I like the storytelling a bit like better. The levels are more intricate. There's more shit going on. I actually want to play episodes 1 and 2 because apparently Half-Life 3 is coming with the Steam machine. Maybe. I don't know. I'll believe it when I
doubt it.
I'll believe it when it's
I'll
on my
believe it
fucking.
when I see it.
I'll believe it when it's on my hard drive, Daniel. Even when there's a
I
trailer, I'm
won't.
gonna be like, I don't know. Until it's on my like literal hard drive, I don't trust it. Like,
I could play
I-
through Half-Life 3 and still not believe it exists.
You and the rest of the internet, Greg. Everyone's gonna then immediately go, "Where's Half-Life 4? Where is that game?"
No, I would finish Half-Life 3 and say, okay, so where's Half-Life 3?
I know, but the internet's gonna do that other thing. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I actually was having fun. There were a few like boss things that were trouble, but like, I did work my way past it, and like, I did figure it out. And like, the physics engine is good. The like enemies are kind of neat. Some of the levels, like, there were ones that were like straight up action. There were ones that were more story. There was one that was just straight up like a horror game with all the freaking head crabs. My God, the head crabs! They were everywhere, including the ones that were like poisonous. We're like, all right, so you're just dead if they touch you. Which, thanks for that, Valve. Thank you for that. I mean, I had a
says
decent
you're
time with it. Is it a bit like dated? Yeah, but it's nowhere near as dated as like freaking Half-Life 1. Like Half-Life 2, I think is like actually a pretty good game. I quite enjoyed my time with it. I think it was fun. Like, I mean, Greg, what did you think? What do you? Oh, Daniel.
I think it was okay, but some of the levels looked like they went on too long.
Yeah,
Like,
some
I'm
levels could have been
distinctly
like
reminded
10 minutes shorter.
Yeah, I'm distinctly reminded of the bug bait level,
Ugh.
one of the horror levels, and there was another like shooting or the one level where we were driving everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
it just did not seem fun.
No, I liked
It's
this
not-
game, but
I
it is a
think-
bit long.
Yeah, I think that I would put it in like high C, maybe above Bonanza.
I put it above Bonanza,
But-
yeah.
Same, because despite all that, in retrospect, it's. See, I have positive feelings about the experience in retrospect, but at the time, I remember bits of it feeling like a slog and feeling like you specifically were not enjoying yourself as much as
No.
the game should have been able to make you enjoy yourself.
Yeah, like I was having a good time, but there were a lot of stuff that I'm like, why is this? This is stupid. The best thing about that game, though, chat, is the fact that it's just on basically the Gmod engine. Like, the fact that it's just on Source.
There's another thing.
Shoot.
I actually don't think that Source handles that well, personally.
Oh? What do you mean?
Like, like, stuff built in Source, to me, a lot of the character movement doesn't feel as fluid as it could. I'm not sure exactly why this is.
Well,
But I was definitely seeing it in Half-Life 2, that it could have stood to be smoother, more organic. Especially when you were either traversing uneven terrain or when you were driving. I don't know, it's just this little dissonance it creates in my brain that makes it a little bit harder to feel, I don't know, feel like I'm in the action.
yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it, but like I think it is definitely a C tier. Like it has been a bit past by time, but like I think if if Valve was to re-release it or the community was to go back and like do like an update thing that the community likes to do, where they make like effectively a mod like with Black Mesa. Like I think shortening the levels by about 10 minutes each, fixing some of the weird jank, fixing the driving, because the driving is just not very good. It's worse than Halo 2, and Halo 2 came out like the same year, which honestly is insane to me that Halo 2 and Half-Life 2 both came out in like 2004. Like what the hell? What a good year for
H2.
Yeah, what a good year for first-person shooter fans. Like 2004 is another like goated year of gaming. But like no, I think it was good. Like it was pretty good, but it's just like it is kind of flawed in retrospect, but I mean,
it shows its age a bit.
Yeah, I mean, like, it is a 21-year-old game. Like, that game is old enough for it to go get a drink at a bar. But, like, is it, like, a bad thing? No, it's just fine. Like, would I have been more excited to... I probably would have liked to... When 2004, I wouldn't be able to play this because I was 8, and I would have had nightmares about the fucking head grabs. But, like, no, I mean, like, if I'd been, like, you know, more like 15, 16, I played this game back then, I probably would have thought it was cool. Like it is a cool game with like, and like it got me into the lore. I love, like, I found a channel that like talks about Half-Life lore, and it's actually really interesting, all the shit that like they don't tell you about in game directly. Like a lot of the lore is actually super interesting with like how this shit works. Like it's
and
actually
they're very minimal about their world building storytelling, but it's there if you go looking for it.
Yeah, no, like they did a.
I like
good.
that.
Yeah,
I like that kind of world building. I mean, I say as the Armored Core player again.
Yeah. Well, up next is Christ, it's Lapidary.
3 idiots play Lapidary.
3 idiots play Lapidary. Oh yeah, so it wasn't single. It's a single player game, but what we did is there's like 12 buttons, and we each gave ourselves like 3 to 4 buttons. So one of us was like physically rotating it, one was turning it, and the other was like camera and like a bunch of the other functions too. So it was clusterfuck, but we actually like did really good on most of the jumps. S. There's a reason that one of our titles is just S, like infinite S's. Like it was hilarious how many times we were like, no, press W, S, no E, too much E, W, way too much W. Like it's just really funny, but like I think as like an experience, I had a lot of fun doing that shit.
The experience was fantastic.
Yeah.
As a game in and of itself, I think that it's like mid. Like it's good. It's a good stress relief game, but ultimately, I don't think that the game itself really warrants a lot of thought as a general playthrough. However,
it's good
as a dumb experience.
Yeah, if you force your friends to play it.
Yeah, I think it was low A. It was super
Oh
funny.
yeah, it was so funny.
The thing about Lapidary as a game is that it does not have incredibly high ambitions for
No.
like gameplay complexity or any terrible nuance. It's more figure out these specific skills, these specific ways to gauge angles, figure out what colors of unpolished stones correlate to what outcome colors, and just let yourself get absorbed in this task.
Yeah.
It's in a lot of ways it's a meditative process, or at least it's meant to be. And we did the approximate equivalent of taking what the game was meant to be, rotating it, and ramming the point of it straight into the grindstone. And, like, Lapidary it knows what it's trying to be. I think it does what it's trying to do very, very well. And we did something different. And the something different that we came up with is infinitely more suited to our dynamic than playing the game as intended. So, like, I'm feeling our experience in A tier, but Lapidary as a game for what it offers, yes, it's very good at what it wants to be doing, but what it wants to be doing, again, it does lack a bit of ambition. And it's hard for me to put the game in and of itself above C tier, but I'd want to put it at the very top of C tier.
Yeah. What do you think, Daniel?
So, honestly,
Also-
averaging... Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say, what are we rating? Our stream idea or the game itself? Because I think I agree on both fronts. The game itself is like high C, low B. The experience is a low A.
I think
Yeah.
we're rating our experience.
Yeah.
Low A is what I would say.
Yeah. So per our experience,
Also, I-
low
I-
A. This
I-
shit was
back.
fun because of the goofy way we played it.
Speaking of the goofy way
Speaking
we
of
did
goofy
something,
shit, chess. So we did this last Friday.
You guys get started. I need sustenance.
Go get food. We'll go get food. So Daniel, explain to the chat what the hell you did and then how I fucked up.
So what I did was I had an idea that it was cooked for exactly like 10 minutes of predictive chess, wherein you have 10 moves that you have to do before any pieces move. And then after each player has done their 10 moves, they will then follow up and start doing the actual actions now that both players have decided whatever moves they would have done in a vacuum. And then you play chess like that. So it's all about predicting your opponent, predicting what your opponent's going to do, and predicting how your own plans are going to fuck up because of your opponent. And, well, Matt doesn't really predict things very well, and
Nope.
Greg started giving up halfway through. So
Yeah.
it turned into a clusterfuck real fast, but it was a funny clusterfuck. And then, Matt, why don't you explain what you ended up
So what
doing?
I did is I gave up, and I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey guys, can I go to Gemini and have Gemini try to understand this? So I took a screenshot of the map of the board, put it into Gemini and said, hey Gemini, I'm trying to do this thing where it's like 10 moves in a row, here you go. And Gemini like literally took like 2 minutes to think of like, oh shit, what the hell? What is this? It was really funny. I read out all the steps verbally that it was doing. And it like tried to understand. I'm like, and like the thing is, I guess the way we set up the board was like wrong. And it also misunderstood where the pieces were, which was just absolutely fucking hilarious. But it made it more entertaining of like, okay, I'm going to move this piece here, this piece here, this piece here, this piece here.
It fixated on the pencil.
Yeah, and there was also like a pencil we put on the board to like mark like A and then 1 and then B and then 2 and like so on. And it was like, there's a pencil on the board. I don't know what that is, but I'll keep track of it. And I'm like, the pencil's irrelevant. but like the AI is like thinking, so it's really funny. Like we need to make Gemini do more stupid shit. Gemini and ChatGPT do more stupid shit. Like this is hilarious. The fact that it just kind of gave up. So like, and also like your idea as a baseline, Daniel, was ridiculous. I was like not knowing what to do. I was like, I haven't played chess in a decade.
It was dumb all around, but I think as an experience, it was like above 3 or 7 point or 5.7 Genshin. Like it was very much an amusing experience. Was it good? No, but we were all having a good laugh at it.
Yeah, it was good.
What do you guys think?
I put it like above like I put it like above Lapidary.
Yeah, honestly, I'm interested in the idea of revisiting this, trying to flesh it out a bit better.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I didn't think I was, but I've been dreaming about this.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Okay.
And the dreams are not even nightmares.
Nope. Okay, next one. Fossil Fighters.
Yep.
Oh wow. Fossil Fighters has so much depth, it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fossil Fighters Champion. Fossil Fighters. So
Yes.
that's a different. But Fossil Fighters Champions is a game I recommended to basically everybody else here. Matt was the one playing through it, but Greg was also doing it, and I had already beaten the game twice.
Yep.
And I was basically helping Matt do fossil cleaning on the side, but for the most part, Matt was making his own decisions. Most of those decisions were ass, but I digress.
Matt made good decisions for content's sake.
Yeah, but what do you two think? Since I would put this fairly high up, but I really like Fossil Fighters.
So
Yeah, this is some good. I enjoyed this. I was like having fun, but like, oh my god, trying to get the stupid fossils to like drill for them sometimes. Ah.
I also really enjoyed the game, but the fossil cleaning to me is, well, it's good, and it adequately captures the frustration of trying to extract one bit of essentially rock from another bit of rock without ruining the bit of rock that you want. Unfortunately, it's also, because of how central it is to you getting new things, there's this expectation that you'll be doing it a lot and you will get better at it over time. And then there's me. And I get progressively worse at this kind of task the more I do it, until I need to take a step away for like a week and give myself a reset. Which is not a knock on the game by any stretch of the imagination, but for my personal experience of it, it makes it very difficult for me to feel like I'm progressing and improving.
But yeah, I mean, what would you? I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the figuring out the fossil battle system. I enjoyed like going around collecting stuff. I liked that it was like both simpler and yet more complex than Pokemon. The designs are, most of them are pretty cool. Story, it has like a story which is kind of neat. I like most of the characters. You know, they're fun.
I like beating the shit out of Matt.
Yeah, Daniel likes beating the shit out of me, so that's fun. Every time I face him multiplayer, he just goes, "Ah, so you're doing this move, cool. I'll just do like this 3 move and just kill you. Thanks." It was nice speaking with you. Go to the graveyard like the rest of Greg's Yu-Gi-Oh, like any Yu-Gi-Oh cards you would have if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh. Because like Chad, I cannot play Yu-Gi-Oh. If I can barely play Pokemon, I cannot play fuck Yu-Gi-Oh. I had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid and sold them all to my neighbor for
no,
like
hold on.
$20.
I have a terrible idea.
I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
We get ChatGPT to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh god. Well, I need to pay ChatGPT because otherwise I'll run out of queries.
Well, that's a later problem, but anyway.
Oh god. But yeah,
So, Fossil Fighters. Fossil
Yeah,
Fighter
I-
Champions.
I put it
I
high
think
B.
that it's mid A.
Mid A. Okay, yeah.
Well, you said
honestly,
mid or high
Actually, no,
B.
mid
and I
high
said
A,
mid
high A, high A, actually.
I'd put it honestly right above Kinky.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's
like,
fair.
Kinky,
Yeah. It's mid A.
Kinky was a kind of janky game. Fossil Fighters is a fun game that is polished.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, it's a
it
DS
knows
game. That's
exactly-
the era where they were like, "Here's the game. Bye."
it knows what it's doing. It knows how to do it best, and like it's had a game to figure itself out.
Yeah.
It knows how to do things. It's tactical. It has deeper tactics and what you might be looking for. I was showcasing that a little bit during our random fights. There's a lot of technicality in cleaning. There's a decent enough story in there. Gameplay is the most solid thing about it. Like, it's good all around. I recommend it, especially with the drought of good Pokemon content as of late.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's time,
boy.
everybody.
Oh,
It's
boy.
time for the entire Amphorius patch. All right,
Yeah, here we go.
Now here's the question: do we want to take each patch as its own little blurb, or do we want to do the entire thing and then rank each patch?
I think we do a short blurb, and then I think we rate them all.
Okay, so so then blurb on Amphorius in and of itself, or blurb on each patch?
I say blurb on Amphoreus in and of itself. Because
Yeah.
it is... Like, we can do a little bit more detail for each one, but Amphoreus needs an overarching something.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amphorius as a whole,
So
I think it was very good.
yes.
It had a lot of highs. It had a couple of lows,
Hmm.
but
Like
I think
Lygus never
overall,
showing up.
Yeah, Lygus. Yeah. Best thing about Lygus was the music he brought to the table.
DJ
Not the
Lygus.
best-
DJ
in the house,
Lygus.
The best thing about Lygus was beating him.
Yes. But also the
Yes,
music.
but back to the point. I do think that as a whole, Amphorius was good. There are parts that I would change a bit,
Hmm.
especially towards some of the latter half parts.
Yeah.
There are parts that I would have shrunk, parts that I would have liked extended, things that kind of got glossed over at points that felt more necessary than they ended up being seen in the main story for, things that were brought up a lot in the main story that just kind of didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
But as a whole, I think Amphorius was very good.
I cried.
Do I think that it's S tier? It's a bit hard to say. I think that it's a very high A.
I put it
maybe
above the
even
original
beating
Air
out Air
Ride.
Riders.
I put it above the
Yeah,
original
maybe.
Air Ride.
Yeah, beating out Air Ride potentially, but I cannot say that it's S tier.
No.
Even beyond the fact that what everybody's crying about of Amphorius wasn't actually the happy ending all the Chrysosers deserved, or this ending felt lackluster.
Welcome to Hoyo.
Not everybody magically resurrected. Like, this is the second coming of. Well, I guess it is technically the second coming of Pink Lesbian Jesus. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I know.
I think that there are things that could have been done better for the story. Like, there are definite improvements. There are gut punches, but I think some of the gut punches could have been a little better. Some of the reveals could have been more hinted at strongly. Well, I mean, I guess that was the whole point, but some of them felt like they needed to be thrown back into your face a little bit more than intended. I think some of Cyrene's stuff could have been hinted at a little bit more throughout the entire story, even though there
Yes.
were plenty of hints looking back on it. like none of them really pointed to anything until we got those last couple bits of information, and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that. Well, I've said it already.
I
It's
really
good.
enjoyed it.
It's not as good though.
No, one thing I will say is I really enjoyed it and I cried at the end. But like, I wouldn't mind if the 4.x story is not a whole year. Like, if it's just like half as long. Like, I want them to do like a full year story every couple of years, but not like consistently every year. Because like, holy shit, that was so much content every 6 weeks. And hell, there was also like the fucking week that we did the goddamn crossover with Fate in 3.4 as well, which we'll get to. But like, holy shit, there was so much content. I'm okay if there's like a patch that's like mid or like off story. Like, I'm okay if they do that again. Like, I didn't mind like for example, I think Penacony could have been like stretched out a bit more and like more fleshed out a bit. But like, I think honestly this could have been like a patch shorter. Like, you could have kind of combined, I'd say 3.5 and 3.6 kind of. Like, you could have shortened either of them and made them into one patch, but I don't know. That's how they felt about it. But, like, I mean, what do you guys think were the hardest hitting deaths of the Chrysos Heirs? Like, in the story?
3.3 in a nutshell was just gut punch after gut punch. Then
I think the worst one for
happened,
me,
and then everybody was miserable.
Yeah, I think the worst death for me in the first cycle that we witnessed was God. Ooh, I should think about it for a minute.
For me, it was like Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher, yeah. No, I think it was Cypher, because she died fooling herself that Aglaya was there to watch her, like, die. Like,
yeah, no, and then everything just went to shit afterwards.
Yeah.
No, like, even though he didn't technically die, Finon just felt... Like, I know that we were all joking that, oh, fuck, Firefly's dead, everybody's sobbing about that, but Finon's whole thing over the course of 3.3 into 3.4 was just like, God, I just feel bad.
No, I want to just give him a hug and be like, it's gonna be okay, man, don't worry about it, just, I know what the shit you're going through. Let me just, like, give you a hug to be like, dude, it's okay, just, like, cry if you need to, just, like, tell me about it. We'll get through this together, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
like
that's,
holy fuck, Joshua, Jesus Christ. Probably the best VA in the fucking Emphorius. Jesus.
Yeah, no, like, there was just a gut punch after gut punch after gut punch for Finon. Like,
yeah.
Firefly's whole, like, shock death was there, but I think I said it as much when we were doing Penacony, that this is not what Hoyoverse is capable of for an actual...
I've learned that now, thanks to Finon. Yeah. Like, hey, look, it's Kevin! Oh shit, it's Kevin.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I said it, like, this is not what Hoyoverse is capable of in terms of emotional damage, and then Finon fucking delivered it, and I was like, oh god.
Boy, did he deliver damage, Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm gonna kill all my friends 33 million fucking times. God. Shout out to Heiselins for dying to him. Holy shit, that voice acting when she got killed by him. That scream was blood curdling.
Yeah,
especially in JP. Jesus.
The thing about Finon's whole tragedy is that even if you know what Hoyo can do, it still hits hard because it's like every aspect of the execution has weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
The acting, the writing.
Oh, the acting.
Well, okay, sometimes the pacing was a little bit whack, but mostly the pacing.
I'd say the pacing was the best in 3.3, 3.4, and 3.7.
Yeah,
and,
like,
and a bit of 3.0.
I thought I was prepared. I thought I knew what to expect out of Hoyo, and through a lot of this, I found myself resorting to the coping mechanism of watching Matt react and chanting "One of us" really loudly in my head.
You fucking dickhead.
I coped by feeling camaraderie in your suffering.
Boy, did I suffer. Oh, dude, like, I legit was sobbing by the end of 3.7. I was actually, like, just crying. Like, I was a fucking wreck. Like, it's insane. Like, holy shit. Like, oh, man, that with Cyrene, Jesus, I just felt so bad. I'm like, man, she's just stuck forever, likely, in this goddamn loop. Like, we got Finon out of it, and we got all the crisis areas, but poor Cyrene is just stuck there because she just has to be. She can never actually get to the Dawn. She's just fucked. Which, like, damn it. You know? Like, I mean, I don't know, like, I think...
It's just that one horse meme, which is the horse staring out in the ocean being like, man.
Yeah, it's that, or, like, the guy with the Vietnam flashbacks. I saw people put Cyrene there of, like, living through, or, like, Finon in it, in the helmet for Vietnam, where it's, like, the guy with, like, the long face, it's, like, the drawn image, and it's just Finon, it's, like, yeah. Shout out to Joshua Waters, my god, fucking best voice actor in here, holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Like, all the voice actors were on point, but, like, Jesus Christ, Josh. Like, just the amount of emotions he could express from, like, joy at, like, meeting everyone and seeing all his friends in, like, the early stage to just the most fucking depression ever in 3-3 and 3-4 of watching everyone die. And then just, like, fuck this shit in, like, where he's like, oh, so you're the god of destruction, Nanook. Fuck you in particular. Fuck you for this shit. I'm gonna go kill you now. And, like, that was...
bleed.
Yeah, he made God bleed. Like, Jesus. Like, even though it's one drop of blood, that sends a fucking message. Like, holy Christ. Like, I really hope that whenever we have to kill Nanook someday, like, give me, like, a full-on, like, animatic. Like, give me a full-on animation. I don't want to...
Finon joins the fight!
Please. Yeah, just like we summon Finon like a Pokemon, and he's like, oh, it's Nanook again. I'm gonna kill you! Just raises his sword, goes ult mode, just be like, meteor strike, meteor strike, meteor strike. Just every 5 seconds.
I don't know why, but you're just giving me the mental image of Dante going, Royal Guard, Royal Guard, Royal Guard!
Or just like, armor lock in Halo. In Reach. Yeah. Oh, no, but like Amphorius, I would definitely put like top A. Like, it was so good. There was a few things where I was like, but like as a whole, really, really fucking good. Good job, Star Rail. It actually was worth it over the course of like 11 months. Holy crap. Shout out to the writers. They actually have good writers on that team. Like, there's a reason that we've still kept playing Star Rail and we got bored of Genshin.
Alright, so...
Where would you guys put all these patches? What do you think? 3.0, I would put... Ooh. Well, first of all, I'm going to put this in S tier. Where do you want to put this in S tier for 3.4?
Below Ender Magnolia. Well, maybe even...
I'd put it above Ender Magnolia, honestly.
You know what, that's fair. I think that it was...
I think it's legit the best patch in Amphorius.
Yeah, I cannot.
Like,
might actually be the best patch in the dang game.
Oh, no, it is. It is the best patch in the game.
There are
especially
so many emotions going on in that one. I'm actually...
Writing was so on point, that patch. If they could write like that every patch, that would be amazing. But
Let's
like
3.7. I think that it's up there in S, but not quite as high.
No.
Maybe like
I'd say below Ender Magnolia.
Maybe I would say below Echo Point.
Really?
I'd put it between the Echo Point Novas, honestly.
Yeah, I would too.
That's fair.
Echo Point's Nova? How do you pluralize Echo Point Nova?
Who knows?
It's like sheep, Greg. It's just sheep.
Let's do 3.3. That's also, I think, an S.
That's also a good patch. Yeah, the one with...
I would say, like, before Echo Point Nova, but under...
Yeah, that's the one with, like, where we really start to work with Finon, and we meet Hyacinth, and we fight, and we go listen to Proi, and we fight Aquila. Like, that patch... And that, yeah, literally, as soon as we kill Aquila, it's like, oh shit, Cypher's gonna get killed now. Like, you go from the absolute high of Proi to, oh fuck, the cat just died.
Everything's ending. Oh,
no, we go from the high of killing the god, one of the gods of Amphorius, the one that's ending, to just, oh shit, the cat girl died. Fuck. Oh, and there goes the world.
I remember one of the things that I had said very specific, and it was while we were running away from Aquila the second time.
Yeah.
I distinctly remember saying, where the fuck is the Flame Reaper? And we all just had to
Oh,
collect it.
yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Yeah, we were like, oh wait a minute, oh shit. Yeah, because like we were like,
Oh,
oh, we
shit,
fought him,
it's
and then
not
he like
over.
ran
Oh,
away, and we're like, where the fuck is he? Why is he not here? He goes out to the core flames. Where is he? Oh no.
I want this guy where I can see him. If he's not here in front of me, there's a problem.
Well, we technically
Yeah.
did see him. He was fighting with us.
Yep.
But no, like
Okay.
like 3 best patches were 3.3, 3.4, and 3.7.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's
What do you think?
do 3.5 next. I want to put 3.5 in like bottoms.
What do you want to put 3.5?
Low C. I do think that it had good ideas, but the execution was incredibly poor.
It was very messy.
There was so much talking, not even just Lycus talking, but just
Ooh.
everybody talking.
Yeah,
I want to point out to everybody that I did a speed run of
that is true.
most of the last couple of patches, I think.
Yeah, because chat
Greg
3.5 was
was
the
there.
first one where they added story skip button.
Yeah, and I abused that.
Yep.
And you know how long it took me to beat the entirety of 3.5? Which
Wasn't
took
it
us
like
10
35
hours?
minutes?
Yeah, 35 minutes, I think, give or take. It was less than an hour of
Yeah.
skipping all the cutscenes. There were 2 mandatory fights I had to do.
It was skipping the cutscenes and the standing and talking.
Yeah, but comparatively, 3.6 had, or when I was doing story skip, took me like 50 minutes, give or take.
Yeah.
And then 3.7 doing story skip took me over an hour.
Jesus, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
that's how like dense there was stuff to actually do
Ooh.
with that.
And then you also saw
So-
Kalis.
Well, I did not, but anyway.
Because you
Yeah,
skipped.
that's-
You skipped and didn't see Kalis.
Yeah, I have no idea what was going on.
It's okay. He saw Kalis when you were playing through.
I know, but that's
You
so
saw
funny
your
that he
Kalis.
didn't see the other side voice line. The good thing is
Yeah,
that's on
probably.
YouTube, but that's really funny in retrospect.
I mean, I can look back at it.
I know, but it's really funny.
Yeah, but anyway.
3.6.
More to the the actual point of 3.5. There's so much yapping, not enough actual combat, and not enough melding of combat into the story.
Yeah.
It's all just positioning, and it's not even good positioning because it doesn't make sense based on what we were talking about before. So it comes off as being irrelevant.
Right.
What it feels like. It feels like you're watching a chess game where people are making extra moves in advance.
So it's
Oh
ridiculous.
wait.
So it's what we did last night, but as actual humans. Great. Like, the thing is, chat, like, for the characters, I do like, I care for Hyslins more than Ceridra. But, like, I do wish Hyslins had been around earlier. Like, it feels
Yeah,
like they
I
added both
wanted-
Hyslins and Ceridra kind of late. And it's like, okay, I get the point, but, like, I wish they'd kind of been around earlier. But, like, it feels like they're there to be like, this is a different cycle, more than anything.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
interesting.
really like Hyslins' character, and
Yeah.
I wanted to like Ceridra too, but they just don't have enough screen time comparative to everybody
No.
else. Like, Final got a whole fucking 4 patches of getting
Yeah.
to know him, and everybody else at least got 2 to 2-ish.
Yeah,
because
like,
they
we
had
got
go
to
through
know,
3.0
like,
and 3.0.
Everyone, like, we got to know most of the characters, and you're like, it's insane.
Yeah, and then we just have Ceridra and Hyslins, and it's kind of like, okay, you're here, you're okay, you're gone for half the patch. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, one of you came back for a little bit. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish they just got the longer patch treatment too. Doesn't help also that a large portion of the patch was a relay of events that had already happened, and therefore we didn't get to see any of it. That felt like a kick after, especially after 3.3 and 3.4,
Yeah.
when we were a part of the destruction. This one just felt like, okay, we're reusing it again, and I was like, why?
Yeah, it's like,
We
here's
just
another
had-
view.
Which
is a rather shame. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really like.
No, I think the timing of it is just not great, and the writing was just not really as good as it could have been. Like, it feels like they kind of peaked and then went, shit.
We need connective tissue. How do we do this? We didn't plan this.
Yeah, it feels
That's
like that of all the patches is the least thought through. Like, I think out of Amphorius, do you think that's the least good patch in Amphorius? I would agree with that. Yeah, it's definitely a C tier patch, which sucks because like it came right after two goated patches. Like,
Iceland is a fun character, though. I love shoving people into whales alongside my Acheron.
Yeah, like I like Iceland. She's a fun character. She has an interesting lore. She's like interesting herself. Like her combat's kind of cool, but like she just didn't get enough screen time for me to fully like grasp onto like her character versus like hell even Castrus. Like Castrus, we got to know about because she had shorts, the animated thing. Like we got to know that like she was basically just like I can't do anything, like. You know, and like she lost her sister that she like forgot about and then later learned about again later. Like, Castrus has gone through shit, and like we learned about Castrus quite a bit. Like, it's kind of insane the like drop off between two characters. Like, I don't know. Like, what patch do you guys want to do next?
Let's do 3.6.
So the Back to the Earth and the Evernight? Yeah.
Yeah. This one I feel had or was more balanced on the whole,
Yeah.
but still kind of unbalanced. I think it was nice to not follow the Trailblazer perspective, instead follow like Dawn for the most part.
Especially after Dan Heng became voiced again.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and then like we were also learning more about Dan Heng or Dan Feng as well.
Yeah.
For all that kind of just came out of nowhere. We learned a little bit more about March by Yeah, it's still out of focus, but it was better than 3 points.
It's people that we genuinely care about too. Like we've spent the whole like since 1.0 we've seen them. Like it's nice to see our friends again, especially March. Like we hadn't seen shit about March since she froze. Like it'd been like 6 months.
And like that reunion is very good.
Oh, it's such
and
a
the
good
ending is also very good too. But I don't think that this is that much better than 3.5 personally. But I would still say that it's like top of C.
Yeah.
I'd honestly put it in low B.
Me too. I'd say it's like low B. It's not like it's better than Half-Life, but it's not as good as like the other stuff.
Well, like the reason I say high C above Half-Life is because the other patches feel like low to.
That's.
I mean,
we can check that after, but yeah. I mean, what patch do you want to do next? 3.0, 3.1, or 3.2?
Let's do 3.0.
3.0.
So this is our first reading on Amphorius.
Nias in and of himself kind of carries us into like at least low B.
Yeah.
And then
I am the scar this world needs, but epic.
I am the scar this world needs.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ. Like this happened to like chat right as like the work stoppage was starting, and everyone went, "Yep, that's why AI fucking sucks because it can't replicate an absolute S tier actor." Like Jesus Christ, let him voice a playable character, please, Starrail. Because like I'm sure that they've seen the feedback and they went, Nias was great, Nias was great, Nias was great. Because like I was even seeing people like in like the voice actor comparison for like all 4 languages, and there are people who are like, I know I'm playing JP, but like holy shit. Like he impressed everyone, even people who play like non-English. Like that's how good he was. Like Jesus, like him and like I think Joshua Waters were like the 2 best VAs.
Yeah, but like
it was a
realistically, I think that the patch was very solid. It introduces us to everybody that we need to very efficiently. Gives us a little rundown on who they are.
Yeah.
So like for example, we learned that Glaya is more than what she seems fairly early on. Finons, we get a good grasp of his early character pretty fast.
Yeah.
Castrus and Maide are less in the spotlight initially, but then get their time in after a bit.
Yeah.
We see some bits of the Tribbies, though not too much, given that, you know, they're not really focal characters.
Yeah. We get to know our basics and get a grasp on, like, oh, this is how the world works.
Yeah, so I think that it's, like, high B. Maybe
the only trouble with this patch is that kind of by necessity, it is mostly an extended establishing shot.
True,
Yes.
but I did enjoy it because it's like, oh, this is all new and this is different and it's siloed from the rest of the universe. You know, like I kind of like that aspect where it's like there's no IPC, there's no Galaxy Rangers, there's no like any of like the like there's nothing. Like it's just its own contained world.
There's
Like,
no
I-
Astral Express. Wait a minute.
Okay, well the
Okay,
Astro
well,
Express
we
is there.
also
It
need to-
crashed.
So hold on. There is one other thing that we are all, or you guys are all forgetting:
Hmm.
the boss fight.
Oh, that boss fight was so good. That was a
Yeah,
tough. I
the-
died to that. That was a tough boss fight.
You got super.
I got
bonked by
owned. The boss is like, "Welcome to pain."
Yeah, I still
Jesus.
remember the reaction.
Yeah, our
from
reaction
that
was
of
just like, "Oh Jesus!"
no, like of that ultimate attack because I think we were kind of expecting it to just be the same old as the first phase, just maybe more intensive damage.
Yeah,
And then that attack came out, and we were just like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, just
What do
zeroed
you
me the fuck
mean?
out. It zeroed me out. I wonder if the reaction to so many people dying is they slightly lessened the later bosses a bit. Because I think if I remember right, they did eventually nerf him a bit. A couple weeks later. Like they reduced the amount of damage a bit. But like, fuck you, I played pre-nerf. Just like Greg beat pre-nerf Balteus, I beat pre-nerf
Negador.
yeah.
But yeah,
But where would you guys put this in B? I'd definitely put it high B. Where would you put it?
I'd put it probably between Cobblemon and Craft. Actually, right where you got it.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I
was good.
like it. It was good. It was a good
Um,
establishing one. 3-1.
See, this one I'm conflicted on because there's a lot of character building, but I don't really feel like it was good. Like, My Days kind of just got shunted in there whilst we were trying to figure out
Tribbies.
not even the Trivy situation, but like how to figure out or getting him to become the Lance of Fury.
Oh.
And like just I think his interactions with Kairos were good, but the establishing parts of his story of, you know, these were my compatriots, this is how I ended up in this situation, kind of felt forced.
Ah.
Tribby, I also feel like in the same boat of like I liked Trian dying. It's
Yeah.
That's a
Wow.
horrible thing to say.
wild sentence, but I like the way they handled that and the whole thing with the Grove of Epiphany.
Hmm.
Well, for the most part, I think it fit for how Cersei's and Anaxa should have been revealed, but Tribby's section in and of herself also suffers from the whole you're getting backloaded a bunch of information just so that we can establish this character when they're not around anymore, and it's just like, okay, sure, we now know more about this character that I guess we were not that informed of. Okay, now what?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how. Okay, weird comparison, but it reminds me of how Armored Core 5 handles exposition, and I am not a fan of that game.
Ah. No, I mean,
So I don't know where I want to put this exactly. I would say, but like after Sunshine, at least.
yeah, I do.
Honestly, I'd put it right under Galaxy 2.
I'm
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I
3.2.
love the things it implies, but
Actual
what it
execution.
explicitly gives us is just not as well executed.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Okay.
that. So, where would you guys put 3-2 with Castris?
Anaxa is great.
Anaxa, yes. Anaxa and
Anaxa
Castris are
Anaxa
both
okay,
fun.
sure.
Anaxa's like, why the fuck am I here? Fuck this stupid place. God damn it. Why am I in a place where gods actually exist? God damn it. Literally.
Yeah, like Anaxa carried the patch, but I do think that it was
I like
like
Castris'
the
story.
exposition this time was handled a little bit better.
Yes.
Like it was a natural course for Anaxa to cause problems and realize, oh shit, maybe there is something a little bit more going on here, and just
Yeah.
continue to barrel into the problem that he's in the middle of causing. And then that coincides with us going with Casters to learn more about her past. I think it works out. I would put it maybe in between Sunshine and Galaxy, like you were cutting.
I'd say that's
3.8.
fair, yeah. I like the patch,
It-
but in retrospect, it is not as good as the others. Plus, like
See,
the two that came immediately after were just better patches.
Yeah, the biggest issue I think, the biggest issue I have with this patch is actually that Anaxa carried it so hard, because there needed to be a little bit more to it than just, well, this one character is really consistently well written and I vibe with him really hard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a
Like,
reason that,
I mean,
like,
nothing.
he would, like, that Lygus said he would become, like, part of the Genius Society if he was, like, out of the Scepter.
Now, mind you, I didn't have any big complaints about the patch, but to say that I had maybe 1.5 things stand out to me as positive, with Anaxa being the one, and then we have Casters on the other hand.
I do like Castros, though. I like Castros' story is, like, just damn. You
But
know?
also, a lot of Casters' story, I think, got... Well, I felt like a lot of Casters' stuff was heavily foreshadowed, and aside from the payoff of, okay, now we understand for sure instead of just speculating.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot of stuff that I'd been thinking about enough beforehand that it didn't really feel as impactful to me.
Yeah. I'd say that's fair. I'm moving that Evernight one down to C.
Yeah.
I think now that's fair. Now we've talked through that.
Yeah.
Like, those are just the two most mid patches, which sucks because they were right after each other. 3.5, 3.6, and then we went all the way up to here. Like, it's kind of insane that we went from C tier to S tier in terms of patch. Like, we were like, okay, you know, we're doing all right. You know, B tier, B tier, B tier, S, S, C, C, S. Like, for all it is, Star Rail, like, pretty much half of Star Rail was, like, really fucking good. It's just, like, half of it was, like, okay, you know? Which is, I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. Sometimes there's a patch that's really good, and sometimes there's not. That's the problem with live service games. Like, that's how I feel about, like, I don't know, Warzone. Sometimes in Warzone, I'm like, alright, this is on point. This is really good. And sometimes I'm like, why the fuck did they do this?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the nature of live service, you know? But, yeah, that's it for Star Rail. Other than all, I'd say Star Rail is top A.
Mhm.
It did a really good job. The highs were stupidly high. The lows were just mid.
Those were mid, but not like.
Game breaking.
It wasn't like I would drop this game because it was so low.
No, it's just like
was
one or two
like-
bad. It's just
It
two
was
bad patches.
disappointing, but it was disappointing in retrospect to what had just happened.
Yes. Because we just had such high highs for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And then for
Oh,
like
actually,
2 months we were
another
just
thing-
screwed. Or 3 months we were
There's
screwed.
another thing we need to talk about.
Shoot.
And while this might not affect our rating for the patch itself, but the after patch too. needs to be
Tomorrow?
discussed.
Yeah.
No. I mean, like the the side event.
Ah.
Like, let's take the 3.7 stuff in 3.6. There's basically nothing to
No.
do afterwards, which also dampers their patches. 3.5 didn't have too much to do, though it did have that one Droma event.
Yeah.
But like 3.4 had the literal fucking fate patch alongside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit unfair. They stack so much into that patch, it's insane. Like,
Yeah,
just the
I'm
amount
not
of
saying
shit
that
they
they
stuck in
should
there in
change.
6 weeks is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
not saying that it should affect anything, but I'm also noting that this is
Yeah, Star Rail has a
This
problem
happened.
with like post main story content is just not great. Like, it's stuff you're gonna play once or twice and then go, that was cute, and then move on. Like with the Cake Cat thing. Played that for a bit, and then I moved on. You know?
Yeah, but
Like,
some of
Starfield
them
sucks
have
at
some
post
really
content.
good stuff.
Yeah, I like Seal Slammers, that's kind of fun. But, like,
Yeah, there's one. I can't.
like, it just depends.
But-
Like, Starfield needs to get better at post-game content. Which has been a consistent problem that people have been talking about for a while, is that just after you finish the patch, there's not much to do. But, I mean, that's fine for us, because it lets us play other games. Like, we'll do the main patch, then we'll do a patch, then we'll, like, maybe play for an extra week or two of, like, checking out the extra content, and then we'll just move on for the next, like, 3 weeks. Like, which is fine. Like, it sucks that there's no extra content, but at least it lets us breathe, and I can just use my phone and grind when I'm doing other crap. So it's fine. I just hopefully get better at it in like 4X, because they can see the traffic amount of people logging into the game, and they can tell that, like, especially weeks 4 and 5, like, people are just like not in the game. Like, they can see that there's that fall off. Like, people log back in week 6 because they're then grinding for the next patch, because that's when they tell you, oh yeah, this is what the character uses. But yeah, that's Hoyoverse's problem. That's not our problem. Up next, the original Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. We played that this year.
I do not think that this was that good.
No.
I think that it's a good sign of things to come, but the game itself was not.
Yeah, the game I think is fine, but like, as someone who's played the first one and then the second one on the 3DS, I do like the 3DS one more. I know that's a bit blasphemous to a lot of Luigi's Mansion hardcore fans, but I do genuinely like Dark of the Moon better. Like, I do like Luigi's Mansion 2 more. Like, because there's just more stuff to do, the ghosts are more better designed, there's better bosses.
Yeah, there was
Like, I like Luigi's
noticeable
Mansion 2 more.
change.
And I haven't played 3 yet. I mean, the thing is, Garrick, it is the GameCube's launch title, so that's why there's jank.
Well, yeah,
Like, if this game came out like
But,
2004, 2005, it'd probably be more polished. But
it's not just
Yeah.
jank in terms of like movement or mechanics or stuff like that, but some of the decisions that they make for gameplay seem predictably jank. Like, they should have known where some of the pain points would be just by spending 20 seconds to think.
yeah. I mean, that's the problem, is what are you going to do when you have a launch title? You're kind of going to want to push it the fuck out. Which is what's happened with Mario Kart now. But the problem with Mario Kart is it's a multiplayer game, not a single player game. Like, the only launch title I think that was like legitimately like great, like, I think is straight up like, ooh. I mean, of the modern era, yeah, Wii Sports, honestly, like, Wii Sports will put together, and then Breath of the Wild I don't think really counts because that was technically a Wii U game, but like, I still think Breath of the Wild is like great. Like, I think it's better than Tears of the Kingdom because there's less bullshit. Like, am I gonna play Breath of the Wild ever again? No. But like, that was so much fun when Switch launched, especially because like, I was going on like a vacation like the week after, like, it was spring break, like the week after it launched when I was in college, and I was able to just play my Switch. Like, we drove down to like SoCal for like a week to have a vacation with like another, like, my brother's friend's family. And like, all of us playing 1-2 Switch in the hotel room was actually hilarious because we got a noise complaint. Like, straight up from the hotel, they're like, "Hey, the people in the other room are like, you're like kind of being loud." We're like, "Oh shit, sorry." So we like had to keep it down. We're like, "Yeah, but like quiet."
Suddenly,
Like,
I'm reminded
it
of
was
when
so
we were
funny.
doing Brawl in the middle of a test in.
Oh
high
yeah,
school.
in the class, in Spanish class.
I can't believe she allowed us to do that.
Yeah, no, she is one of the best teachers I ever had because it's just so funny. She was just like, "Yeah, you can play this," and we're like, "Okay." And then I think she probably realized later, oh, that was probably a bad idea. And then she let us just hang out in her room at lunch, and I was able to hook up my Mac to a projector, and we just played Brawl for 30 minutes each day at lunch. You know what's funny is I talk to her about that sometimes, and it's really funny because she's like, "Oh yeah, you guys did do that." Like, it's really funny. But like, for Luigi's Mansion, where would you guys put it? I put it like, I think like C tier.
Yeah, like, it's well made. I'll give you that. It's just that like what's made is still jank to the point where I can't really say it's in even bottom of B. So I think C is a good place to put it.
Yeah.
Greg, what about you?
Honestly, I'm trying to think. Do I actually rate it higher than Back to Earth and Evernight? I think I do, but only barely.
Yeah.
All right. Next then is
Fire Emblem Awakening.
Awakening.
Oh boy.
So I like this game, but I also admit that I might have grinded way too much on this game, so my experience
Mother.
might not be the same as what Matt had.
Yeah.
But what did you think? Or what did you two think of this?
Greg, you want to go first?
I like it. I liked it. Generally, I think that there were some aspects of like unit capabilities and things that honestly felt kind of stunted. Could have been more versatile. Could have been a little bit could have been a little bit more Three Houses. But it is what it is. The story was interesting, and I liked all of the characters to some extent or another. Even I mean, part of it is because they do the Fire Emblem thing of letting you do all these support conversations, these interactions that they've got, and it builds up your sense of these characters as people instead of just NPCs on the screen. There's humor to it, but there's also a certain weight, a certain intensity because of the overall setting. And I like that it feels like your choices matter. Even when you're not playing with permadeath, you still feel like you feel stakes. So generally, I do feel positive things about this game on most, if not all, fronts.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble thinking of any serious complaints I have about the game. Some of the balance felt like it could use tuning. Some parts of the story felt like they had maybe not quite the right proportions of action to talking, but you know, it's mostly little nitpicky stuff.
Yeah, I think Fire Emblem Awakening is pretty good, but the storytelling is alright. But I just didn't connect with the characters the way that I did in Three Houses. I see what Awakening did, but Three Houses just did it better, which makes sense. It's a sequel. But I don't know. After seeing all these characters in Smash for a decade, and being oh, this game's great. This game's great. I think it's good, but I didn't love it. I was kind of just okay, I'm going through the motions. It's Fire Emblem again, I like that I spent time with my students in the game. It was fun, and I like going around the monastery. I like going around just doing just random shit. I like that there's side activities to do, like fishing, which I know Daniel was like, "Why are you fishing again?" in Three Houses, which was hilarious. But I don't know, there's not really much side content, and the side content, the conversations just aren't as interesting. It's I'm fighting. Yep, I'm fighting too. All right, cool. We're both depressed. Bye. That's what it boiled down to a lot of the time. Of man, war sucks. Yep, war sucks. We're at Three Houses, I felt all right, I'm having an interesting conversation. This is your point of view, and this is what's going on. They're more fleshed out. But that's the advantage of playing on a Switch versus a fucking 3DS. You can fit more than 4 gigabytes of game onto a cartridge. But no, I mean, I liked it, but I don't think I liked it as much as Three Houses. I'd definitely give it like a B. Like I'd put it probably I'd put it, frankly, like here. I'd put it here.
I think that's fair.
Like it's good, but it's not like what I want. I want another like Three Houses style game. But
What do you think?
what do you think?
Honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat because, like, actually, something I've been thinking just a little bit off to the side is I did really enjoy the NPCs in this game.
Yes.
But the player character didn't feel as involved, didn't feel as much of a character.
I would agree.
And I think that's part of why Matt had a harder time connecting to the characters in this game, actually, because
Yeah, the MC really just doesn't have much of a personality.
you're experiencing them through the lens of your player character a lot. And if your player character's lens is less engaged and less engaging and less Fire Emblem engage. Wait a minute.
Christ.
Yes, the lens affects how you perceive these other characters, even when your player character isn't one of the members of the conversation. And what Three Houses did well is Three Houses made me feel like Byleth was a character existing in this world whom we happened to be piloting.
Yeah.
In this game, we got basically, it felt like a Matt insert.
Yeah, like I don't mind the MC, but I don't think the MC is as interesting as they are in Three Houses. And Three Houses, even though they're still the MC, I feel like they have more of a personality. You know? Maybe I just like that Three Houses Star Rail kind of writing more so, where the MCs like can be stupid if they want to be. Because in this game, I couldn't really be stupid.
Well, the good news is that in this game, your character is kind of built stupid to begin with.
That is true, but they're not as stupid as I want them to be.
It's not a choice that you make. It's just
I just straight up don't know what shit.
Occasionally it happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, time for the original Pokemon Snap, the N64 game.
Oh god, I like this game, but holy, it has the same problem as Half-Life, where it is jank ass shit.
Yep, it is pretty dated. Is
Thankfully,
it fun?
I
Yes,
can
but it's dated.
Thankfully, I could mitigate that a bit while we were playing through it because I have extensive knowledge of how this game fucking works. Realistically, I think the experience is like low B, high C.
I put it at C.
Yeah, put it C.
Like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but there's not really much to do. Everything is basically on a pre-made track with a couple of deviances.
It's an N64
You guys
game.
make it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Pokemon Snap is going into Did Not Finish because we're still playing through that, and we're only like, or I don't even know how far we're in the game. But I feel like it's, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like a worse experience because of the fact that I don't know how to direct Matt. Matt's turning away from the interesting things more often.
Yeah. I'm not good at camera.
You like here's
You're
the
not
thing.
good at
It's not even that
situation.
you're not good at the camera. You're staring at a picture opportunity and then not taking the picture.
Yep.
But anyway, that one just goes into Did Not. Okay. We'll get to that one next year.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, new Pokemon Snap. We're not done with it yet, but and there's like actually a decent amount of shit to do. But it's just like,
Yeah, we'll get.
yeah, I think I'll just put it under Did Not Finish. We haven't finished it yet.
Yes.
But I'm enjoying it. I have fun.
Oh god, Super Mario Baseball.
Oh god.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh god.
So
This is the GameCube one.
now hold on, we had to preface this.
Oh yeah,
we
right.
did the same thing as Lapidary, where we did 3 idiots play one baseball game.
Yep.
It sure did happen. That's for
Yep.
I'm not sure it sure did happen.
yeah. So basically, we would each take turns on the same team, batting, trying to get the fucking ball most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
What was hilarious about it was that we'd only realized that Matt didn't bind the keys correctly until
Yeah. We were like halfway through the
near
game.
the end of the game, and after he did, it was so much easier.
Yeah, that was my bad. I bound the key wrong on the emulator.
Yeah.
And we also
but-
tried to play the Wii version, and let me tell you, Wii remoting on an emulator with motion controls does not work very well. And it works
Actually,
exceedingly less well
disagreed.
with 3 people.
Disagreed, actually. I figured out a way to do it.
Oh
Technically.
god. Well, we have to deal with Greg's
We're not
lag.
going to do. Well, actually, we could technically do it. But advise against it.
Alright. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
But
But yeah,
anyway, this
cool.
experience was incredibly dumb, and I definitely think it belongs in at least mid B tier.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anything to do with the game being bad. It was us,
Yeah.
like completely. Yeah, I think that is fair. Like before
I can't argue.
Imperious 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, it's straight up mid B. Yeah. That was fun. Alright, so Nier Automata.
This is specifically referring to Route C, the route where everything went to shit.
Yep.
So I knew most of that going into it, though I didn't remember all the specifics. So what do you guys think, as the ones who are experiencing it for the first time?
I mean, I had already seen
Oh, Greg.
a lot of this actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well then, Matt, what did you?
I'd seen none of it. I think it was interesting, but I kind of liked. I was like, oh, we're not spending any more time with like 9S or 2B. Okay. And like,
to be fucking
yeah,
dad. Oh.
it's a game from
I guess
2017,
not.
Daniel. It's an 8-year-old game. I think we can spoil it. Like, you know, but like, I think it's good, but it's not as in. I didn't think it was as interesting as A or B. Like, I liked kind of just playing as 2B because, like, okay, this makes sense, but also it's like, how the fuck is the game this long? Why is there just so much extra shit if you go to Route C that you just don't get otherwise? Because always it's a short game. So, like, how is, like, someone supposed to know that?
Yeah, it's long. Like,
Which, yeah. Deer riding, or moose riding, still funny. Still funny to ride a moose.
yes, but here's the problem I have, especially with Route C, is that there's a lot of stuff that seem to expect you to have done other routes to figure out the
Yeah.
information for, like especially in regards to the 2 redhead siblings. That just didn't happen because we must have, or I didn't do a lot of the side questing because it was just so long of a game. And I just had no idea what was going on with that. It's just kind of like, okay, were we supposed to care about this? Were we supposed to care about this part? Were we supposed to know about this? Like, it feels like there was a lot of stuff that kind of got glossed over because we didn't play a game that was already so long for longer, and it just kind of was weird.
It felt sometimes rather unfocused too.
Yeah.
It felt like the dumping ground for stuff that they wanted to put in other routes and just didn't get the chance to because they couldn't figure out where to slot it in.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Where would you guys put Nier?
Route
Route
C,
C.
maybe.
Do I? It's hard to say because objectively, I don't think it's bad, but I also don't think it's good.
I would agree with that.
It's like it's part of a game that I think is good,
Yeah.
but that doesn't really lift it up. If anything, it just kind of drags it down because it doesn't feel like it's living up to the standards of narrative flow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
or
reason that
of
people cosplay as like
coherence.
2B more than the other character.
A2.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I actually like A2.
Me too.
Like, A2 deserves a better story,
Yes.
better storytelling. I would actually put it. I would put it between Luigi's Mansion and Snap.
Hmm. I think that's fair.
Wait, what did you do with Nier?
Where did it? Oh, it's
You
down
put it
here.
at the far right.
Oh.
I just moved it around.
Okay, Uma Musume.
All right, so
Oh boy,
Uma Musume.
oh boy.
So one thing, best thing is the community went, horses need our help. Let's feed the horses. And Harurara just got like an absolute fuckload of grass. Everyone gave the horses a bunch of grass or like medical thing. Like there was a recent thing from Brazil where there was a horse that was going to be like sent to like to be turned into food, and someone put out, hey, everyone, can you help me like raise like I think it was like a couple $100, which like is a lot in Brazil, to like save this horse and take it to like a nice farm. And the Uma Musume fans went, you bet, and they gave him like a couple of grand. And now the horse has like a good life for the rest of its life on like a nice farm where it can just roam around, eat some grass, and hang out.
Yeah, that horse is sad.
Yeah, that horse is good to go. And so like that's the best part is the community has done that. I love the community because there's a bunch of people who are just having fun because it's just funny. It's like, look at this stupid
I'll have
concept.
no fear like the anime community united. whether
Yeah,
it be
like
for-
legit. They're just having fun with it. Like it is a gotcha game, but like it is kind of goofy and fun. It's just really funny to see a bunch of horse girls race around a track like they're a bunch of actual horses. And like I think it's funny they got like Gen Z and Gen Alpha into horse racing when they probably weren't before. Because the thing is, you go learn about the horse, and you go on YouTube, you're like, oh, let me learn about this horse. Let me learn about like Gold Ship or Special Week or like all the other like Grass Wonder. You go learn about the horse, and then you go, oh, this is interesting. You know, maybe I'll go to a horse track and see if there's one nearby, and I'll check it out. And then you go like, you know, I wonder if I could make money off this. And then boom, you got gambling. The gambling game made you IRL gamble, which is just really
Amazing.
funny. But like,
Real
no,
talk though.
it's funny. Go ahead.
Real talk though. The game itself, I don't think is that great.
Yeah.
Like it's heavily RNG dependent on like whether or not your racer even gets the stat boost, whether
Yep.
or not you can get the maximum amount of stat boost, whether or not your racer even fucking wins the race is technically RNG because of the skills, whether or not your racer just kind of says fuck this shit, I'm out for a day
To the Gold Ship it.
is RNG. Well, not even Gold Chip, just any horse can do
True.
that. But Gold Chip
Well,
especially.
but it's like in the vein of IRL.
Yeah, it's like IRL Gold Ship. Where Gold Ship's like, I'm good. I'm gonna just cause everyone 12
Yeah.
billion yen.
Yeah, like it can just be annoying, and then like getting. Like I played it a lot more off stream than I did on stream, but like
That is
getting inspirations was a pain in the ass, and I never
Yeah.
even got to the point where like I could do it to like higher level play, and I just stopped before I got there.
Mm.
But it was just rough.
I think the novelty of it is more interesting than the game itself. Like just the fact
Yeah, the
that it's a
novelty is
thing.
interesting. I think all the side media is interesting. The game itself, though,
The game is not great, but like
I
the
think-
anime and like the actual like community are fun.
yes. But in terms of the actual game, I would say that it's like mid-high C. It is
Yeah.
good, but I don't think outside of like the funniness of it, I don't think it would have been something that we
No.
enjoyed.
It because it doesn't have like a story. It's more just the like funny like oh this is like there's a reason why like it peaked on the internet for a few weeks and then comes up in spurts every so often is because it's just like lol funny more than like something that means something. Like people at first were laughing at it and then they're like oh wait there's depth here and then the internet went all right that was fun, that was a fun summer thing, let's move on, you know.
Mm.
Like it kind of reminds me of Pokemon Go's launch in that instance where Pokemon Go was huge, it blew up and then it simmered back down with occasional like bursts of people going oh yeah that game, you know.
Mm.
But like it's worth a shitload of money apparently because apparently Cygames said like what was it 100 and something % profit increase year over year because they released it to the West. It's like, yeah, that makes sense.
What are the odds?
Yeah, it reminds me of like when
Expanding
Apple
your
was like,
market.
hey, in 2010, we made a lot more money off iPhones than in 2009. It's like, what'd you do? Oh, yeah, right. You sold it in more countries. That's why you made more money, is because you just made it available for more people to buy. So that's funny. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's good.
But there were definitely janky bits.
Yeah, there's a lot of jank. There's a reason that I was like,
Well,
all right, Daniel, you're going to handle Knuckles.
God, I fucking hate the Knuckles sections.
Pumpkin
but
Hill.
No. I distinctly remembered something. The fucking Shadow final boss.
Oof.
That shit sucks.
Oh, it's so bad.
Like,
It's so bad.
The rails or like the speedway sections were kind of rough. Some of the platforming, oddly enough, for the shooter or mech stages was rough.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's fine. Which is weird. The platforming of the mech, where you have to shoot things, is the worst part of it. And then the finding of
Knuckles and Rouge.
Knuckles and Rouge sections are just kill me.
Yeah, they're
Like,
bad.
like,
At least they're not froggy
was
levels
bad
from
enough.
Sonic 1.
I mean, at least you could find. I guess I could say that, can't I?
Eh.
Like, here's the thing. You can find the emeralds fine-ish, but it's when they start adding extra things because they were like, oh, it's not hard enough. It's like, bitch, it was hard enough in the first level. Stop making
Yeah.
it worse. I want it to be easier. I can't read this damn hit backwards. What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
And it's sometimes like the hint it doesn't even help you all that much. It's like, okay, yeah, the emerald is on a floating rock in green space, and you just look up and there's like 20 floating rocks over there.
Yep.
It's like, bitch, what are you talking about?
It's floating up ahead on the rock. And it's like, which fuck rock? There's like
Wait.
30 of them. Do you mean like the rocks? Is there like the rock? Is he in this game? Like where are we going with this? Is it just on the rock's bald ass head?
Yes.
I'll say this though, the fact that they like reference this game so hard in Sonic Movie 3 is actually great. Like, holy shit, the Sonic movies are like actually good, which is weird. Cause like
Yeah, I do think that this has
What the
good
fuck?
ideas. It just didn't capitalize.
the problem is it's the Dreamcast
story-wise,
GameCube
yeah.
game. That's the problem with it. I think if it was made like actually I have no idea because it's fucking Sonic Team. Sometimes they put out stuff that's pretty good, and sometimes they do Sonic 06. I legitimately cannot say if this would be better quality or not if they made it today, because it's Sonic Team. There's a reason that Sonic gets the
Sonic
budget
is
of like
always a bit of a
double
coin
A
flip.
games. Like, I do like Sonic games, but I think the best one is still Mania, which is notably not made by Sega. It's made by Christian Whitehead and his team. Where would you guys
Where
put
do
it?
we want to put this? Like low B?
I'm fine putting it in
C?
low B.
Okay. I would say like edge of low B, so after Fossils and Arch.
That's fair. All right, we're on our last two. So next up,
Well, let's do Dino Blade first because that'll be short.
Oh, yeah.
that'll be
So
short.
Dino
yeah.
Blade,
Dino Blade.
was a demo for a game that somebody alone, I believe, is making of just a Dark Souls with dinosaurs.
That's
really all
hilarious.
you know about it. Like, it's going into did not finish, but from what it looked like, it is, well, I mean, it's what it said on the tin, Dark Souls with dinosaurs, but it is goofy in as what do you want to say? Goofy in as
It could be on. It could
Grim
potentially be
Dark
as goofy
Way.
as Kinky. It could potentially be up here next year.
yes, like it is dumb, but it's playing it as straight as possible, which makes it even dumber
Yes.
that you just have this stupid shit with a dinosaur with a weapon, but it's
Yes.
done in the way of Dark Souls and it's treated as seriously as that. It's
Yeah, it could
really-
legitimately, and like you get powers and like new weapons. It's the funniest shit, and like you get it's so funny. Like if it's made well and comes out good, which it's supposedly coming out when in like the next 6 months or so, Daniel. Like it'll be out by probably
Hopefully,
summer. Hopefully, if everything goes right with development. Like
Hopefully.
yeah, if it's good, it could be a really good game. For at least like
Yeah.
not even just memes, but just could be good. And let me see if
But
they
it'll
Yeah,
have
from
to
what we
it
from what
remain to
we
be seen
saw.
how they actually go about it.
yeah.
But the dev seems very into making adjustments, so hopefully
Yeah.
it goes well.
If you want to try it out, there is a demo, chat. There's a free
Yes,
demo
you can
on
all play the
Steam.
demo right now.
Yeah. And like you don't even need that good of a specs. You need like an i5 7500, 4 gigs of RAM, a GTX 1050, and 12 gigs of hard drive space. Like you don't you any PC in the last like 7-8 years can play this thing. It should work fine. It really doesn't require that much to run it. Like it's
like,
good.
The fundamentals, the foundations of the game seem like they're shaping up pretty solidly.
Yeah, and like in the trailer you can see other battles that are coming soon. And like different environments. Like there's like, oh wow, this environment's really pretty. Holy shit. I just looked up the Steam page. Damn, there's like a nice open world like sunny environment that looks really gorgeous. And like you can dodge roll like as a fucking giant dinosaur. It's really funny. I would recommend playing it. I'm going to put it like at the top of did not finish.
Yes, that's fine.
With
All right,
KHC at
last
the bottom.
one is ironically enough Last
Command.
So
Oh, yeah, that
this
was a good game.
That was good.
This was a sneaky game that I just happened to buy at some point and was like, hey, you know what? Let's play it. And I believe this was one of our top games of the year, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, definitely.
We all liked it.
Unexpected
I
game
think
that was
it-
actually really good.
Yeah, it's a very interesting take on Snake versus a
Yes.
Toho style bullet hell. And it works very well. Like everything is incredibly unique in the game. Combat flows very smoothly. Most of the issues that I was having was actually more user errors in adjustment to what was going on. Like, I think that this game is very good. We will be playing the sequel to it, which is how confident I am in how good it is.
Yeah. If it's sold
But-
well enough, it'll get a sequel.
Well, it already technically has. It's got, well, I guess it's like DLC, but still. So I'm just looking for an opportunity to buy it. But like, it's good. I think that it should at least go into A tier, if not S tier. What do you guys think?
I
Oh, there-
honestly, sorry.
Sorry, the last thing I wanted to say though was that the traversal maps were a little too big.
Yeah, they're kind of big. They could be shrunk by like a bit. Greg?
Yeah, I honestly think that this belongs in. I mean, I know our A tier's feeling a little sparse, but this feels like a lower S to me.
Would you put this like where would you put it, like here?
I would. Honestly,
I'd put it
probably,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd put it above
Okay.
Echo Point Nova's DLC.
Like, it's a very
Which,
good
again, free
game if you're
DLC.
into this type of game.
Yeah, and like the
So-
gameplay's unexpected. The fact there's like actual like decent story, it's like, oh, okay. Like it's actually really good.
And they get you attached to these characters really fast.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you like all the
Yeah.
characters. It's really good. The game right now is $15. It has been as low as $9 on Steam. Like, so it's probably gonna be discounted again on Steam during the winter sale that starts later this week. Even if it's not $9, like at the normal full price of $15, it's really good. Like if you want like kind of a fun game that's like not too long but like decently challenging, like it's really good. There's like a lot of actual gameplay mechanics you have to think about once you get later in the game too. Like Last Command is an unexpected like sneak hit. Like I think game journalists actually gave a shit more and like were like, oh, indie game. They like this might have been up there because it's actually a pretty unique game. But like, yeah, it's good. I think, yeah, like that's all the games we've streamed this year. Like, we played a lot of variety. We played some platformers, we played some shooters, we played some beat 'em ups, we played a lot of Minecraft, we played RPGs,
We played Putt-Putt.
we played puzzle games, we played like a bit.
Combinations of all three.
Yeah, we played some chess. Like we did a shooter horror
Debatable.
game. We did a platformer shooter game. We did some racing games. We did a baseball game. Like I'd say we had a good variety this year of games, and also Star Rail.
Well, Star Rail is also a good variety.
That is true. Star Rail, sometimes you get really good stuff, and sometimes you're like, why is this patch so fucking long? But, yeah, I mean, are there any...
Lygus, go away!
Yeah, sometimes you're like, Lygus, can you just go back to making music, please? But, yeah, that is our list this year. Would you guys like to make any changes before we lock it in? Because I don't think we need to. I think this is good.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah, so our S tier, so F tier is Half-Life, D tier is Crash Insane Trilogy, C tier is Putt Putt, Star Rail 3.5, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Half-Life 2, Star Rail 3.6, Luigi's Mansion, Near Route C, Uma Musume, and Pokemon Snap. B tier is Cobblemon, 1.6 just 1.7.
Hold on, you forgot Sonic.
Oh yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is also... Well, no, that's B tier. So I'm getting to it.
Starting B tier.
I know, I'm starting B tier. So it's Cobblemon 1.6, Star Rail 3.0, Craftmine, Mario Sunshine, Mario Superstar Baseball, Star Rail 3.2, Galaxy 2, Star Rail 3.1, Fire Emblem Awakening, Genshin 5. Is that like 6 or 7? I forget.
That's 5.7.
5.7, False Archaeology, Sonic Adventure 2. A tier is the original Kirby Air Ride, Genshin 5.3, Fossil Fighters Champions, Kinky Spiritual Affairs Bureau, Gemini 10 move chess, Lapidary.
Predictive chess.
What?
It's just predictive chess.
Yeah, predictive chess, which is hilarious. S tier is Echo Point Nova's DLC, Last Command, Star Rail 3.7, Echo Point Nova base game, Goddamn This Fly, Star Rail 3.
I don't remember that one.
Well, we can actually no. That game is horrible. We're not playing that game. There is a game where you play as a fly, but it's straight trash. Star Rail 3.3, Ender Magnolia, Bloom of the Mist, Star Rail 3.4, and Kirby Air Riders is our number 1 game of the year. So our top 3 are Kirby Air Riders number 1, Star Rail 3.4 at 2, and Ender Magnolia, Bloom of the Mist is number 3. It's a good year, and it's now been 4 hours, so holy crap.
Well, I'm sure this won't go on for the next 3.
Yep, we have a lot of TV shows and movies up next. So, Daniel, let's see. The schedule for the week, chat, is Star Rail is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday, I believe we are going to do either... I think we're going to do either movies or TV show.
No, so remember, Friday I'm showing show.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. So then on Saturday, probably during the day. Ooh, actually, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. So that still doesn't explain what we're doing on Friday. Are we going to do Star Rail or nothing?
Yeah, we could. I mean, we could do Star Rail if we still have to do it. If there's more content, Star Rail will be on Friday. Saturday, no stream because I'm going to hockey. There'll probably be an afternoon stream, maybe, of something, but probably more likely not. And then Sunday...
There'll probably be a stream, but also probably more likely not.
Yeah, I mean, like,
we might do something.
We might do something on Saturday afternoon, but probably not, because I have to get ready to go.
Late Saturday evening.
Yeah, late Saturday evening we might do a stream. So, like, probably around, like, 10:30 to 11 p.m. Pacific. Like, late night stream. Sunday, probably more review stuff.
If we have to continue, we might do
it on Monday.
If
we need more time, we'll do it Monday. But yeah, what were your games you played this year? Chat and YouTube comment section. What did you like the best, and what did you think was terrible? Let us know in the comment section below, and you all have a great day. Bye-bye.